Let's have a nice 1-2 check. Let's have a nice check. 1-2. Is he going to come on? Let's have a nice check. 1-2. Yeah. 1-2 check, Chuffy. Is he going to come on? He's going to come on. Nice 1-2 check. 1-2. Yeah. Okay. I'll send a tweet. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm playing Genshin Impact. Going to have a little look at just one of these for a little quick minute. Just a little quick minute. Well, you thought it was going to be this. What? It's this.
Please save me. No. I'm under the water. Can you please save me?
Oh.
No.
I am under the water. Who's that? My new favourite. Kobo. I think might be a little bit late to the party on this. But I think this is the absolute future of entertainment. I mean, some of these have got quite a lot of views, haven't they? So, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I think VTubers have this power. Like, imagine when you were young. Imagine the kind of cartoons you enjoyed, or even as you get older. You know, Rick and Morty and stuff like that. You know, enjoying. You're right, dog. Sorry, move the chair. You're right. Imagine all the and then imagine that they can talk to you directly on the stream. Like, it's something else, isn't it? Kobo is pretty cool. Kobo is pretty cool. I just skipped to a stream, just a quick.
Honey is a little but.
Oh, we're gonna play Genshin Impact. I'm gonna play Genshin Impact. I know I'm advertising Kobo. She's got enough followers.
Gak bisa sih. Oh ya udah, kamu diam di situ dulu ya. Ya. Wah, aku nggak tahu deh dia lagi ngapain gitu.
I really love the concept though of this VTuber thing. I'm almost tempted to try and get involved myself. I don't think I would make a very good VTuber, but I'm tempted to sort of set up a rig and invite someone into VTube, if that makes sense. Like, start my own VTube business. I'm tempted. I just think I see it as the future. It's already, the future is now for VTubers. The future is now. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Hello, Cruel. You like Kobo? You already like Kobo. There you go then. The future is now. The more I see of it, the more these that I get introduced to. So I just started today on the funny meme.
Can you please save me? No, I'm under the water. Can you please save me? No.
I mean, I've been listening to that a lot. And then I had some funny moments of... I mean, this is a big video. Too big, really. Funny moments of Guagura and people. But...
Hi!
But we're going to play Genshin Impact, aren't we? So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. That's just what I've been doing in my free time. If you ever need some rigging... You see, no, I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it, but there you go, straight off. I need some rigging, a bit of 2D rigging. Nothing. I don't know anything about it. But what I do know is I've got quite a powerful computer. Bought it especially for streaming. So whatever it needs to computing-wise, should be able to... My computer's got a bit of poke. Let's just say that. Should be able to handle it. And if it's a computing thing, I've got a computer. And then the next thing is like designing... Like all that, I'm thinking of myself because I am a media producer. I can like basically pay other people to do the jobs. And like you say, if you know more than me, like maybe I like depending on the cost. I don't know how much it would cost to put together a rig, like to, you know, put like this thing, this setup I'm sitting at now could run a VTuber as well, yeah. And I could say to somebody, why don't you come and sit here for 4 hours every morning and do the VTubing, and I'll pay you, or we'll set it up and we'll, you know, distribute the money or whatever. And then in the evenings, I'll do my streaming on the site. Bye-bye, thanks very much for your VTubing, bye-bye. And like, you know, once I've set one person up rolling like that, then I could use whatever money it brings in to set up another one. And before you know it, I could have 2 or 3 people in my house. Not a streamer house where they live, just they turn up in the morning, they do a bit of VTubing, they go, or even around the world, you know, I'd buy someone a computer, they set it up in their bedroom or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I can't do all the different, I can't be Yaimiko, who we're thinking of. I can't be Kuba and Guagura, but I could provide all the setup and you know, be the, like, people are involved in a big company there, aren't they? So, today was Hoyo Fair. Ooh, go on then. I mean, I'll tell you what, I will look at Hoyo Fair, but let me just quickly say, big day in Mondstadt. Well, got this brewing development to take care of. We'll be going to look at that. Guarantee it's going to be time locked. I know what the score is these days. I'll open it up and then it'll be time locked. I've done the test runs off screen because we've already done these test runs before. We're not wishing on this banner. Although I do feel like I could quite easily grab a Nilu. I love the sword. Big fan of sword characters, and she's a wet sword as well. And if I rolled on it, I've got these other characters which I quite like. I quite like all of those characters. So, you know, I'm all right to pop 1 or 2 wishes in here. 1 or 2. I'm all right to pop 1 or 2. I don't mind if I hit Nilu, but I do want to save them in case we get something better in the future. And I saw a picture of a...
We mercs have one simple rule.
Shut up, you.
Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
We've got Nahida's story quest. That sounds like fun. New hangout events. There's a new place. There's a new area. And you know what I like to do with an area? I just like to go and wander around before I do the quest. So we probably do the quest tomorrow, but we wander around today. Or tomorrow's whatever quest we need. Like, we're in the middle of... On our quests... They're my commissions, obviously, but we were doing this, weren't we? And then the quest location is involved in other quests, and I've got to do this and that. Maybe we should do some of this and that today to make sure that we're cleared up for tomorrow. But yeah, I would love to see the HoloLive.
The academia.
And also, I had a big stream yesterday, right? I don't know if you saw this because it was on the B-side channel. This was big, though. I'll quickly talk about it. So... Your channel, Super Chuffer channel, things are going really well. If you want to. Since we've been doing these videos, this has worked. And people, they're not huge views on every video. You know, 2015, 2, 2, 5, 18. Obviously, the Nicola Buddy stuff is more popular at the moment. But like, I'm running at 2Ks a video. If I drop a video, if I do a stream, bottom line, worst case scenario, 2K, that's good. I'm happy. You know, we want to up that, so my bottom line, worst case scenario is 10, 20, you know, or something like that. And the higher end is more like 100. But yeah, we're going in the right direction. This is great. And then the lives are still pumping. That's all good. Everything's great. So on the channel side of things, I did a B-side stream. This armchair detective bloke, I've done a couple of videos about him because he was the one that took one of my videos that I edited of an interview and uploaded it to his channel. And then he's been painting this terrible art and grifting people. He's a bit of a comedy idiot. So, a bit of a comedy idiot. And he did it again. One of our recent lives, we talked all about... I'm not going to go into it in great detail now, but in our recent live, we watched a video on that Nicola Bully case. We showed a picture of Emma White. No one else had shown it and talked about it on their channels before. And my chat said, is she missing a tooth? And we looked, and I zoomed it in, and it looked like she was missing a tooth. And we had a really good look at it. I didn't agree that she was missing a tooth. I didn't know. I can't be sure. I'm not a dentist. But it looked like she was. And we had a good look at it. And we did 2 other things in that episode as well. Talked about 2 other topics as well. And then yesterday's video, or the day before, was literally, oh, Emma's got a missing tooth. Have you seen this? Armchair Detective has to see it for everyone. Armchair Detective has to be the one to find it out. Like, just literally blagging that he'd done the work that we'd done. And like, basically just using my video as his content. So I did a stream about him yesterday where I reviewed his content and said what I just said, you know, simple as. And then whilst we were streaming him, you know, whilst we were talking about him on our stream, he went live on his stream. So my viewers requested that we went over to his stream and had a look what he was doing. So we did. Put it on in the background. I carried on talking. Yeah. Yeah, you saw the apology where he ripped my video. Exactly. You've seen that. He's not sincere at all. He's still watching. He's still ripping things. But this time he ripped the video. He just ripped the content from the video. So the funniest thing happened though, right? This is the funny, and I will address your comment about wishes in just a second. But the funniest thing happened, which was that I was streaming, like I said, I'm streaming him and I'm watching him, yeah? And then this happened. You heard it?
Beautiful.
Did you hear it?
Commenting on what you can see now as a
Oh,
catchphrase.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This is so funny. Alan, you wanker.
You can see now as a catchphrase.
Oh, there
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? he was streaming and doing his show, and on his stream you suddenly heard my stream. You suddenly heard my stream. He was watching me in another window, and when he turned it on or pressed whatever button, he streamed the sound as well. Now I don't know how he works, because I have to have headphones to hear everything, and I don't know how he works, but because he's not on the picture, he might have been playing this for the people at home but watching something else in his headphones, and maybe it wasn't in his headphones. Suddenly I came up, so he was watching me watch him. Like, he was watching. I'd done this video about he's such a chuffer and he's been taking my material, and he was watching it. He went live on his channel, and I'm still in the background on his computer. So since I realised that he was watching me, I went a bit nuts. Don't check this. Just commenting on what you can see now. It's catchphrase.
Oh, there it is.
You can hear it. He's watching me, watching him now. Alan, you wanker.
Further up, like this. The further you go, the more tranquil it is, and less people.
And he stops talking now. Look. I always feel like he momentarily stopped talking, because he's like in the other window, he's seeing me do this, and he's like, what? So I know that I can get, like, what was so funny about it is I know I'm under his skin. I know I'm in his head rent free. So I start acting up, and he starts losing his train of thought. Somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it... He's gone quiet now. He can't talk now on his channel because he's watching me, and he's like, what's going on? Like, he's literally watching me while he's trying to broadcast. Come on, Alan. Come on, Alan. Say it.
No,
say it.
Sent to me.
Say it.
I never go anywhere. I'm just the armchair detective.
And he said then, I don't go anywhere. I'm just the armchair detective. And literally, just as he was, what we were saying just before I clipped this clip was that he's got this video of out and about, but he hasn't recorded it because he doesn't go anywhere. He's the armchair detective. So he's obviously, there's a slight delay, and he'd heard me saying that, and he's whatever, like, he said it out loud as if to tell me, and you know, I am listening to you. Because I said, say it, Alan, say it. And he went, oh, I don't go anywhere then. I'm just the armchair detective. You know, it was like having a pop at me. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we have this, like, it was an insane stream. So for the first half of that 4 hours, about 2 hours of it was me critiquing his work and talking about, you know, having a bit of a laugh, giving him a bit of a kick in, having a laugh, you know. And then for the second half, it was me, it was a different energy, because it's been great. And I don't know how it will come across to the Emma White, the viewers. Alan wants Emma to suck him off. Alan would love Emma to suck him off with that broker. Take your false teeth out and give me a gum job, Emma. I was going and going and going because I knew he was listening, and I knew it was putting him off. At some point, right, he stops being off. Okay, at some point I get dressed up as the bishop. At some point I get dressed up as the bishop. That happened as well. But at some point he comes on the screen, look, and he comes on the screen as if to say, I'm not listening to you in the background. I've taken my headphones out and I'm on the screen. So then I get him up on the big screen, right? And then what he does is he moves, at one point, he moves his window. So I'm not, look there, he moves his window. So he's not on the screen anymore. So like, because he could see my setup, so he moved himself on the window. It was like he was not he wouldn't say, I'm watching this super chuffer, I'm watching Scott ripping me apart, I'm watching this. He wouldn't say it, but we all knew it was happening because he'd revealed it. So I constantly badgering him. Like, I know I'm like the voice in his ear while he's broadcasting. It was the funniest thing that purely for me, it was just pure, like, I was having a great time. For the viewers, I think it might have been a bit, like, my energy was a bit high. Streaming it and commenting on it, because here we're having loads of fun, and it's funny and it's fun. So like, he's having a bad time and we're having a good time. But it was funny. It was funny. Yeah, he was totally panicking. He totally did. He totally didn't. The funniest thing was, we all know, because how do I explain this? Like, no offense to him, like, I'm not an ageist. Yeah, not ageist. But Alan doesn't understand the internet. So, you know how, like, if you're watching XQC and something kicks off, you'll just get them on the stream, or if you're watching Destiny and they have a debate, you'll just get them on. So I'm there saying, Alan, turn on the stream. Alan, we know you're watching me. Alan, why don't you just talk about me? Forget this shit that you're doing on your stream. Alan, let's have a debate, Alan. And like, he wouldn't, like, it was so funny that it's a one-way conversation, and that he's just like, this was funny because he did this with his hands. And I said, he thinks I watch. I'll just play it. Address it, Alan.
Circumstances.
Look at you, he's trying to look. I'm confident. He's trying to do body language. He thinks I read body language. He's trying to read. And he puts his hands down. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. That was one of the best streams I've ever done. I don't care really if I come across like a bit of an idiot. Like, obviously I'm having a right laugh. That's streaming, isn't it? But it just happened organically. I was there to call him to account for stealing my content again. And any time he does it, it's not like every time he does it I'm going to call him to account, because he does it a lot to a lot of people. So I can't, I'm not... He's got other channels that hold him to account. But when he does it to me and it's so obvious and egregious, I'll make a laugh out of it. We got nearly 10,000 views on that. I got some tippies. It was a right laugh. I've had a great time. But I didn't expect to do a 4-hour stream yesterday. I thought I was going to do the first 2 hours, talk about the topic, end it, and then I was going to play Genshin Impact. But instead, I did 2 hours. They said, go and watch his stream. And then he was listening to me, and it all kicked off. So instead of 2 hours and then Genshin Impact... Yeah, I have got every right. You're right. I don't feel bad at all. But in actual fact, like, if someone's a narcissist and they're doing it for attention as well, like, he's doing it for content because he hasn't got very good content, but he also wants the attention. He turns it around and says to everyone else, "Oh, I'm being bullied. Oh, the trolls are bullying me again." And he kind of. If I'd done it on my main channel, it would have really played into his hands, I guess, because he knows that it would, like, he's obviously thinking this is his work, I'm annoyed by him, so I'll use his work, and then it'll annoy him, and then he'll say it, and I can then say he's a troll. He thinks he's like a step ahead, but he doesn't realise how the internet works. So, like, he got done over last night. I bet he feels sore this morning. And the thing is, I feel sore this morning because I had such a big energy, like high energy 4-hour stream. At the end I was like, oh, I'm tired, and then I ate my dinner late, and then I had indigestion, and then I slept badly, so it took it out of me. But that was fun, that was interesting. It's on Battery Exhausted, the B-side stream as well. I can't do that every week, but that was a different kettle of fish altogether. So yeah, let's have a look at, oh no, let me take your comment about the you did some wishing. 80 wishes. 80 wishes. Is that 80 wishes up? You were already 80 wishes up to pity, or you put 80 wishes in? I wanted to try some luck on Nahida. You end up with only a Diluc. You got Diluc? That means you lost the 50-50, but you got Diluc. That's alright. Got C5 Dory, sweet, and C6 Kooky. Ooh. So you did 80 wishes, and you got your Diluc. You got Diluced. I feel good, and I've saved enough to catch Baizu. Let's talk about Baizu quickly before we go any further. Because I said I didn't want this character, but I might be wrong, or am I right? Let's have a quick look at Baizu. No, I'm alright, I can skip Baizu. I remember who it is. Okay, yeah, I can skip Baizu. I can skip it. I saw another character concept video, and it was of a Dendro. She was like a cat girl, and I thought, that's not the new one, is it? You put in 80. You put in 80, but you still got some saved, so you're quite safe there, actually. That sounds good. That's all right. That's not the worst case scenario, is it? That's like, didn't quite get... Have you not got Nahida before, though? That's a shame, because like Nahida's been around once before. I'm pretty sure, didn't you get your Nahida? Like, if you're just doing it for the C2 or whatever, then it's not so... You have a seat, yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's not even that bad, is it? You don't come away with nothing. You come away with loads of cool stuff. That's the way I feel about this banner as well. I feel like I don't mind wishing on it, because getting to see anything Dory or Shibuku Kuno, I can't remember her name. What did you call her? Kooky Shinobi. I want to call her Shinobi. Anyway, look, getting those would be good. I'd be happy with that. I do worry that I'm quite close to pity, and I haven't got loads of primos because they are free to play. So let me get rid of that main frame again for a minute. Yeah, I'm a bit. These are all good. This is all good. Either of these, I'd be happy with. But with a smaller number of primos, I need to save for the next big banner. Because there are people on my list higher up than Nilu, but I love the sword dance, and I love the whole thing of it. I think she's a great character. She's like a modern Ganyu, isn't she, with the horns and everything. But I think I'll just keep saving and see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, let's go and have a look at HoloLive. So what was it? This is like a real live... This would be like a convention. I wonder where it is. they're international, aren't they? Not HoloLive. Hoyo Fair. What? Watch along? What are you on about? All the stream is not on YouTube. Oh, is it a Twitch thing? Should I need to find it on Twitch? Because they don't put the videos up, do they? You have to wait. What's happened to Zeppler? I don't want to say this. I feel bad for her, but what's happened to Zeppler? Do you remember the other day we did that episode where I reacted to the thing and I couldn't even put it up on YouTube because I was mean about Zeppler? I don't want to be mean about her, but...
Sure. Asmund just said...
Like, what's happened to her? I don't want to be funny, right? I don't want to be mean to her because I like Zeppler. Remember, we didn't even put the stream up. I didn't cut the clips out and upload them. Oh, Zeppler, right? Didn't do that. But the issue that I've got here with Zeppler is she already got all the characters then. She's just spent all the money. I had that issue. Now she's like Queen of Genshin Impact. She's got a Paimon headdress. She's like the most Genshin Impact one, yeah? Although she just switched from the old game that was losing money to this game, remember? What she's doing now as well that I can't understand is, look what's happened to her. She's starting to do her makeup now to look more Genshin Impact. Is that right? Or is she doing a cosplay? Is she doing a specific cosplay and I'm not getting Paimon vibes? Because I'm wearing Paimon today, look. I'm not getting Paimon. I'm getting Paimon hat. I'm getting cosplay vibes. But it looks like because she used to have a warmer tone and freckles. And like her skin tone and her hair tone, she changes them both with makeup and hair colour, and they don't match, and like she looks a bit strange now. She needs to have a word with someone about her makeup and her hair, and that's really harsh to say that about a girl, isn't it? But what is she doing? What's happened to Zeppler? She looks like a cosplay of herself. Like, she used to look so much better. No offence, Zeppler, but let's see what they're saying.
that he'll be AR-60 in 2 months. You thought about it? Yeah, right. Look, he just says things, okay? Asmongold just says things to get a rise out of people.
In this circumstance, that was actually true. I just randomly said this because I thought that it would make people mad. I will be starting Final Fantasy quite soon. I will probably be back to playing Final Fantasy, I don't know, maybe like within a month. And I am going to continue doing it again, right? I will continue playing the game. I don't want to make it a big deal, really. Like, I want everybody to know about it, obviously. All right, I'll put it on the list. Finish Final Fantasy 14.
No one's going to do that because the numbers, you're streamers, mate. You're streamers. You're not, you know, you're not... Like, for them, it's quite important they choose, like, the most popular thing rather than the thing they want to do. Okay, so we can't react completely to that. We'll look out for it in the future. This is a watch along, so we'll have a look at this.
How OP he is, to be honest.
I don't even know what's happening.
I think some of these have like heavy references.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
It's like anime stuff. You really think she started the game for the memes, but she's really cried on the story. Fair enough, and took time to analyse what she gets presented. Yeah, like, it's just like... How do I explain this? It seems transparent to me that she's now like like an entertainer who is looking like... The problem... We talked about it before. The problem is if you attach yourself to a game, if you are... Asmongold had the same problem when he had to become a variety streamer and leave World of Warcraft behind. If the game dies, you're dead. And she was playing a game that died. Like, people are going to get angry from Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy's not dead, yeah, but your numbers, if you're running your business off it, you know... She had to make a business decision. She didn't make any other sort of decision. She made a business decision. And then she looks like a sort of painted version of a Genshin streamer. She looks like someone who's trying really hard to be a Genshin streamer rather than someone who's been a Genshin streamer for years. Do you know what I mean? Like, she might cry over the stuff. She has to. She has to play up all these things. She has to make a show of everything. Like, that's probably the best. If she feels slightly emotional, best go for it. Like, and like, I'm guilty of the same sort of thing, but I don't see myself as like a voice on this, really. You know, I say what I think as I'm playing because it's interesting, I suppose. But maybe I'm not giving her enough credit here. But like, it feels like, who is she to be the one that's now making the Genshin video content and saying what she's thinking? Because like, there are a lot of people who've already played it for a lot of time. Like, you know, I don't think get back in your lane. I just think it's a very quick transition and change. And I think because it was motivated by a career move, I feel she's less authentic now. That's the way I feel. And as someone who loves Genshin, I don't really look to her and think, I want to hear what she says. Do you know what I mean? But I'm partially in the same sort of boat, I guess, because I'm a streamer who started late on Genshin. You know, I should permit her to love it, shouldn't I? I love it. I'm sure she does. It just, there's that undercurrent of, is it a financial move? It just feels, I don't know why, I'm just being honest, yeah? It just feels to me like there's something like, I don't, you know? It feels like she's lost it. Feels like she lost her way. Feels like she made a choice and she might not have. She doesn't feel like Zeppler to me anymore. That's the difference, I suppose. I can't quite explain it. But like that picture over there, like, explains it more than I ever could, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's have a quick look. I could be wrong, you know. Now she's got the bunny ears on. Oh, that's a Final Fantasy video. She's even looking more Genshin-y in that, I guess. Like, am I tripping? This is still Final Fantasy. Did she do a different channel for the Genshin? Yeah, she's not uploading the Genshin over here, is she? Again, that's weird, isn't it? To not be uploading your Genshin clips to your channel. Is she afraid there's going to be like a... I think she's afraid there's going to be a, you know, people who like her Final Fantasy are going to get angry at her for playing Genshin. Like, I think, you know, she's worried about that. Is that live? Is this is
so
now,
I've been informed.
This is a clipper though, isn't it? Oh, this is the official one. Reacting to character demos. It's reactions. It's not gameplay and stuff like that, is it? Little clips. I don't know, like... It's weird to me, because there was someone that I used to like watching. I don't play Final Fantasy, but I used to like watching Zeppler and listening to her opinions on it. But now she's in the Genshin Impact thing, I just don't watch. Just don't have any interest in her anymore. I've said what I've felt. I might be wrong. You know, I'm okay to say maybe I'm wrong. And maybe I should just go back and watch her more. And, you know, Genshin Impact journey begins. An hour and 45. See, it looks like she's now decided after a certain amount of time, the numbers are up on Genshin Impact. Yes, we will keep doing it. I don't know. Yeah, her opinions are probably there, yeah. No, I'm probably wrong to be giving her that critique. We talked about it before. I'm not going to ruin another episode today by going over it to be giving her that critique. We talked about it before, Zeppler, but I've said what I thought up there. And I said it before. And when I said it before, we did an entire react, didn't we? Because it was when she started playing it, we did an entire react. And I felt at the end I was dragging her over the coals and not giving her a fair crack. So I decided not to upload it. So I'm doing it again. Yeah, go on. Let's have a look at titles for Hoyo Fair. I'll have a look at that. I don't know why I get that instinctive feeling. I explained why. I don't know if it's fair. I think maybe I should shut up. I feel like if I watch myself back, I'd say, oh, shut up. Just let her enjoy it. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like a weird thing, but I kind of like have to just say my feelings as well sometimes. So what am I looking at now? I've typed it in. Is it this? What is Hoyo Fair? Is it like an actual convention? It's just a program. Collection of works. Oh, right, okay. Right, so it's not what I thought it was. I'm disappointed now. What I thought it would be is like a convention where you've got cosplay and, you know, stuff like physical, people walking around, interviews. It's not that. It's just a series of videos by people who are not even directly connected to Genshin Impact in the main. So it's all new stuff, yeah, but like this is not official, is it? So it looks good, and I'm impressed, but like, I don't know how much time I've got in my life for it. I mean, I like art and I like stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't got time for this. I feel like Zeppler killed my vibe. Like that's nice and everything, but I've got much more time for this.
Under the water. Can you please save me? Hello.
I'm under the water.
Can you please save me?
Than I have for this. I don't know why. The little pie one. She should float though. No, it's like 3 frames a second. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not floating my boat today. Maybe it's because I'm tired. I did say I was tired and I'd spent all my energy, hadn't I? So and maybe it's because I was just I was expecting to see some cosplay. So now I'm going to just quickly ask for cosplay. Just going to quickly ask the internet for Genshin Impact. Just quickly. I was expecting to see some cosplay. So a month ago. Yeah, go on then, a month ago. Yeah. And I can see who you're supposed to be, but in fact, the character in the game should look more like this than. The quality's not very good quality. Is that my? It's only at 720p, right? That's quite impressive. It's not what I think she looks like in her face, but you've got the costume sort of right. You can't really see it all. Can't really see your shoes.
Bro code, they give me allergies, but I know they love my personality. Maybe because I got a nigga mentality. I'm trying to make $1 million my salary.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to critique her for being the wrong ethnicity. The wrong ethnicity, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's a different look. It's a different kind of Mona, I guess. So, like, I think she looks cool. I think the hair really looks like it works.
Code, they give me allergies, but I know they love my personality. Maybe because I got a nigga mentality. I'm trying to make $1 million my salary.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. It's definitely not a Genshin Impact character that I recognise. Again, I don't. I don't know anyone's got lace over their face from Genshin Impact. Maybe I'm wrong. That's Yai Miko. I recognise her, I think. I don't think she's got a piercing in her nose. Shenhe. Everything has to be a transition, doesn't it? That's Ganyu for you. That's a strange kind of Ganyu. I've had enough of this now. I've had enough of this. Because they're not good enough. They're not looking like the people that... I could see who it's supposed to be, but this is like a TikTok compilation. You thought these are the good ones from TikTok, so you're going to compile them. And that one is probably the best one, actually. But, you know, this is like a cheap version of Venti. Like, you haven't bothered to go the full hog, have you? Like, that's Alhaitham. It looks like these people are going to a costume party, though. It doesn't look like they're, like, You know, the best ever Genshin. Is there something wrong with my energy today, or is it something wrong with the internet? Because that, do you know what I'm saying? That looks like, oh, I see that you're dressed as Hu Tao, rather than, oh, look, it's Hu Tao. Do you know what I mean? Like, Hu Tao never scared me like this. I don't see any pirates in Genshin Impact. There are actually. Bedu's got a crew. Who are you? Oh, you're one of the baddies. You're one of the baddies. You're one of the baddies. There's another Yoima. You alright, Minky? They're all dressed in normal clothes. Look. What's the point? I'm going back to this.
Hello? I'm under the water. Can you please save me?
Just have a little advert, and then we'll watch this, and then we'll start playing Genshin Impact.
Oh, Mary, actually, have you ever played with Kobo? Kobo Kanairu?
No, I have never played with Kobo. The only interaction I've ever had with Kobo was when I showed up to your birthday party in my ugly bastard form, and Kobo went ... in chat.
Actually, she just DM'd me. I
What are you
want to
meowing?
Sure, that would be amazing. Yes, absolutely.
Alright, so, just a moment.
A few in.
Hello? Yeah. Why is your voice
Turn it
like
out.
that? Why? Your voice sounds weird. It sounds like you're underwater. Is that a problem? I mean, we can go like this. Yeah. So, Mary, this is Kobo. She's my kohai. And Kobo, ini Mary. Yeah.
Salam, saya seekor anjing.
Let's go. Why? Your voice sounds weird. It sounds like... Hello? I'm under the water. Can you please save me?
And that's great. That's great. Okay. Oh, I forgot to upload to Genshin. I forgot to be uploading the Genshin Impact videos again. I forgot to be doing that again. Damn it. I have to get on that again. Right.
But still, I hope that one day...
Let's get this shit cleared up from around here quickly. Just make sure I can see my chat. And I can see my window. My window.
According to some of the older Eremites, it does actually rain in the desert on occasion.
Does it?
And when it does, it's always a lot heavier than this.
Is it? What about we kill all these silly churls? How about that? And these two.
Come on. Sharing my knowledge. I see everything.
See them all disappear then. Bit of bloom in the rain.
Everyone hold hands.
They don't like a bit of bloom in the rain, I tell you.
Commit it to memory.
Sha! Wait, I want to go and pick up the stuff. Stop doing your moves. Douche! Hey!
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
Get yourselves at home. There we go. You might see that I've got a bit of a weird squad on. It's because I was doing some domains and bits and pieces the other day off cam. What am I doing now? I'm just going to quickly run through my daily, my dailies. Hello, Mitch's88. Mick, hello Mick. Just joined Twitch. Cool, frankly, cool. I play games on Twitch. It's more like that over here. So this is what we do, and unapologetically as well. It's a bit more chill, it's a bit more freeform, and I play this game Genshin Impact, which goes on forever. And we sometimes play other games as well. So in this game, essentially, I've got a team of really cool kick-ass magic and...
Try not to enjoy this too much.
And they kill everyone. And all these slimes and things all get killed. Everything comes under the wrath. And I kill everything. And there's a bit of story. I mean, it's one of these where I fell out the sky and I need to get back to my home world or some shit like that. I'm in a magical world, essentially. Like, it's their world and I'm just a visitor. I'm the traveller. That's not the traveller, that's Dia. You change characters as you play. And they're all on your squad. And then I've got lots of other characters as well, which you gather over the course of playing the game. So that's the real one player, the traveller, the super chuffer. But all these other people are people I could put on my squad. And you get new people and you're like, wow, I've got another cool person to play. Yes. And that's how it works. It's fun. It's an ongoing game, they call it. So it's a service game, which means that there's no start point, end point. You log on for free. And you play as much as you want for free. You can buy some characters and some stuff, or you can get stuff for free in the game. I only get stuff for free. I never pay any money. Always free to play I am on this. And it's totally worth it. It goes on forever. They never stop putting new stuff out. So, for example...
You're in for a little
today, we were looking at the start of the episode. There's loads of new content. Look. So... This is brewing development. It's like DLC for a game, but it's come out this month and it'll be gone next month. So I've got 8 days to do brewing development's quest. And then there's characters to try out or to win. And there's a story quest. There's a hangout event. And there's a new area. So check this out. This is something you will... If you play games, you'll understand this. There's a map, isn't there, in the game? And then you unlock a new area and it gets bigger. Oh, I've unlocked a bit of map. That's good, isn't it? Oh, look, there's some map that I haven't unlocked. It's not that I haven't unlocked it, it's that it doesn't exist yet. And they're going to develop it. And don't worry, they develop it. Because there's all this desert area, and today there's this new bit here, stuck on there. So we've got more to see, and there's more, and there'll be more. So it's like, it never ends. It feels like it never ends. And that's a good thing if you're enjoying a game. It's a different sort of concept to me. All the games I've ever bought in my history have been on... physical copy, like cartridge or CD, and you buy it and you pay £40 and then you play it and then you finish it, and it's, you know, that's how I used to play games, but this is how they do them these days. It's excellent. It really is. It's one of the greatest joys in gaming I've ever found. So, glad to have you on for the ride.
Time to go. Go. You asked for it.
Concentrate on the slime balloon. She wants to attack these chuffers. I've got to kill this slime balloon. That's my little daily quest that I've got to complete here. Every day they give you some daily quests. And then after we've done this daily quest, we're going to go and have a look around the new area. And finally, we're going to have a look at the new main quest thing they put in, the event quest.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little
Stop
shock.
attacking them, attack the balloon. Doing a slow balloon today. Shit, she fell off there. I say she fell off there, it was me.
Look alive.
Get that balloon. Shit. Don't let it go over there. If anything, that's what we've been asked to do, is to keep it from going over there. Stop it. Look off it. Oh, I can do a much quicker balloon than this. Right, that's gone. Balloon done. Commission complete. And you'll see it gave me 10 Prima Gems as a reward. You collect up your Prima Gems, and then you take them to this screen where you wish for characters. You don't get what you want. You press the button, and then you get not what you want. It works like this. Oh, is it going to be a character? No. No, it's a book. Every 10 times, it will quite likely be a character. And every 80 times, it will quite likely be a 5-star character. Ooh, but sometimes it can be a book. And more often than not, it's the book. but it's still fun. The trick is, don't put any money in. Don't, like, I've been playing for a year, and I've got loads and loads of stuff. I'd have no need to put money in. But some people really want stuff, and, like, there's a little bit of, the trick is actually, there's a little bit, you could do £5 every couple of months, or every month or so, and that's about enough. You get a lot for that, really. So, I don't think you need to go overboard. But, you know, you can do your little battle pass or whatever, can't you? Your battle pass. Your season pass. Your little battle pass. Have you got your little battle pass? Right, okay. Everyone with their battle passes, can you all line up on the left? Have you got your battle pass? Have you got your little battle pass? Can I see your pass? That's a season pass. I'm going to need you on the right. I said battle pass on the left, season pass on the right. Thank you. Okay, here comes the first coach. We're having all of the battle passes in the first coach, please. No, well, the season pass is getting the luxury coach. Yeah, the battle pass is getting the first coach. Everyone gets a different benefit. What if you bought both? Well, you can get on both coaches. Well, you can only get on one coach at a time, I suppose. You choose. You can either get there. I mean, if you want, we could put your bag on the one coach, and you could ride the other coach. I'm on the,
Need the help of an elder, huh?
I'm on the short bus. Collect everything in the environment. Look, oh, it's beautiful. This is like area 1. I like to hang out in the playground area, the simple area. But the world gets more elaborate and complex as you go around it. We'll see in a minute. In fact, let's see now. Forget my little day-to-day quests. This is the new area, right? Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go on the quest, and the quest is supposed to take you around. Isn't that right, Cruel? Isn't that right? Have I played Roblox? I have not played Roblox, no. But there's this generational factor. Like, there's a generational factor where my games that I grew up with, you know, on the Super Nintendo, they're like antique games to kids these days. You know, there are kids born after the millennium, and I was playing these games in the 80s. So, like, you know, it's a different world now, isn't it? And you get these generations. So you get like the Minecraft generation, you get the Fortnite generation. Now there's the Roblox generation. You know, I haven't played a lot of it, but from what I understand, Roblox is more than a game. It's a platform, and it's an engine for creation of any other game within it. So there's a lot to it. Yeah. And I think now you've got the Genshin generation as well. Like, I think Genshin is broken. It hasn't broken new ground in itself. It built on all the new ground that was broken by others, I guess. But in terms of the wish system that I showed you about, you know, the wishing, the lottery system for getting the stuff you want, that's called Gachapon in Japan, and this is a gacha game, and it's not the first one, but the ongoing concept, the wishes, bringing it all together, having it be globally popular. It's like the biggest game of its type, so it's like the Fortnite of its genre, and I think it is something special in itself, really, I do. You're 35 but 85 mentally. Yeah, it's weird with technology. Sometimes I'm very, like, step back. I'm like, the new phone, I don't know if I need that. I'm alright with my old phone, thanks. Let's just chill. But in other stuff, I'm like, oh, let's have a go on the newest thing. And like with gaming, I've got like an appetite and a taste to see what is happening. You know, I know that I'm from a different generation, and I sort of think in a different way. Somehow, you know, like my value is attached to a game should cost £40 and it should last for about 40 hours and like come in a box, and I want my little booklet and my little map, and like, you know, like that's gone in the bin now. So like, but it's just interesting. There's so much in this world to enjoy and be to learn about. Yeah, talking to games and learning and joy. We're about to go and travel around this thing, but check this out, Cruel. Look at this. I'm not going to do the quest first. I'm just going to run around. I'm assuming I can. Yeah, I'm assuming I can. But look at this. Have you seen that? Do you know what that is? I might have showed you this before. These are Genshin Impact cards. These are cards. I haven't got the top-down camera set up because we did something in the room the other day, but these are tradable, collectible Chinese or Japanese or something. Collectible trade. Made in China. I think they're Chinese. Genshin cards. The thing is, right, this is a sealed box of them. And I bought this, right, and then it went up in value. It's gone up by $10, and I think it's one of those collectible things where you don't open the cards. So what I've done is I've gone online and I bought 2 more boxes. One of which I'm not going to open, and the other which I'm going to open. So when when they arrive in the next week or 2 weeks, because they come from China, we're going to start doing that as well. We're going to have a look at those. I think that'll be fun. But I can't have a look at these because unless I need to investigate it more. Someone needs to tell me, do you open these? And then that's fine, and it's okay. Or do these go up in value and like they're collectible boxes, sealed product, you know? Someone needs to tell me. But that came in the post. Right, so with all that being said, let's get over here. I like to do this differently. You're supposed to go on the quests and it'll lead you around and you'll meet all the people and do all the stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to just go and see what's going on. So I'm going to turn up here. I'm going to change my squad around and we're going to go for a wander. For me, this is always the best way to enjoy it. I know that the quest will lead you like, oh, through the big archway, and then it will take you to this corner and that. For me, it's always about...
Hey, how did we circle back here again?
What? Shut up, you. They're always talking to me. So if we're going in the desert, we might need someone hydrate. We'll take Mona.
This is how it must be.
Switch Nahida into place. And... I'm going to do some... I want to put Dory on my electro healer. Quite like her at the moment. She's actually...
Come on, let's go. There's a fortune to be made.
I've warmed to her. And then in the fire slot, I suppose we take Deer, don't we?
Got a job for me?
That's right. This squad looks quite cool. This squad looks awesome. Got a job for you. We're heading north. Shift your sitting bull, I'm a running man, I'm not heading west for the suntan wounded knee. What's there for me? Take my face off, I'm still a team player. The only warmth here is my fever burning me. Your industry. Get me up there. Ping. No, I can't. I'm going to have to collect those crystals and I'm going to have to do that mechanism. That's what it's going to be like today. I'm going to see stuff in the desert and I'm going to be like, oh, I have to get that, I have to do that. Less story mode, more just ADHD simulate. I think this is so lovely for this though. They've really got the pace of the game right. You choose your own pace essentially because you don't have to do this mechanism if you don't want to. But the rhythm, the amount of stuff there is within, like the density of the stuff, it's all really nicely lined up. Right, collecting the particles, will do. No problem, boss. They're in a line, look, I can do that. Going in a line, I'm good at that. Collect. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario, isn't it? It's like Mario with his coins. Easy. Easy life, mate. She's run out of puff now, so suddenly got a bit harder. There she goes. Gosh, there's a lot of these. No. It's going to get dark. Still be out here collecting them. At least they light up, so... I've lost my bearings as well. I don't know where I am now in the desert, so to speak. I feel lost. Oh. I've got loads of time. I've got a minute 20 and we're over... Yeah, easy. I can walk actually. Let's switch to walking. They won't expect that. So... It is interesting that she's finding it difficult to walk in those heels in the sand.
Let's get it on!
Rah! Also, let's hurry up a bit because we've only got 40 seconds now. Oh, that's the last one. 30 seconds to get it. Don't mess about, just get it. No, I'm messing about. Yeah, but don't. What happens if something happens then you don't get it? Look, this dust ball could roll over. That. No, it won't. Running in a circle. 17, 16, 15, 14. Look, she can disappear. 11, 10, 9, 8. It's exciting now. Drama. Bit of jeopardy. It's gone red. 3, 2, 1. Right on time. Well done. See, that was even more exciting because I messed about.
We could do with some more fortune.
What's that? What's that up in the sky? Don't, hang on. We've been messing about, and then that's up there. That doesn't look good, does it? It's bedtime here. Yeah, no worries, Mike. See you on the YouTube. This is chill out time for me. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday with us with a big episode. We're putting the serial killers in a tier list, so that's going to be good. Like, if you're into this sort of thing, this is good fare, this Genshin Impact, but like, I guess it's not to everyone's taste, is it? I find it much easier to grow as a streamer talking about much more broad topics that a lot more people could enjoy than niche things, which is ironic. I mean, I suppose Nicola Bully murder case is a bit niche, but I was always taught that you should be niche first and then broaden out, but maybe I'm wrong. So now we're crossing this border into the unknown. My plan is to sort of circle round the border itself, go right around in a big circle. I'm going to ignore these. I'm planning to go right around in a big circle, and then as I come back round, I'm going to go into the middle there and tag them as I go back round into the middle like a big spiral. If only there was some quicker way of travelling, like a horsey. Can't wait for Zelda. Zelda's going to be good. Zelda's going to be really good. I've got a feeling in my bones. Still haven't found my Nintendo Switch. So it's quite possible that my Nintendo Switch was stolen out of the car on the drive. Because I might have left it in the car under the... You know when you hide things under your seats, you don't want it to be stolen. And then you get home and you forget that you took your Nintendo Switch out and it's still under the car seat. That might have happened. And then it might be that someone went in my car and sort of took things out of the car, including the Nintendo Switch. That's possible. Can't say it 100%. At the moment, I'm like 50-50 has that happened or not. I might have also come home, took the Nintendo Switch out and thought, that's, you know, careful with that. Put it away somewhere so you don't lose that. I don't know. Can't think where it might be. I've tidied up this whole room and moved all these computers around and, you know, done all that sort of shemego since I last played it. So, you know, I could have tidied it up during the you know, and thought, okay, I'm not using that right now, let's put that away somewhere safe. Could have done that. If I don't find it, what I've lost is my Nintendo Switch. Bang, that's sad. All the memory on all the games, bad. All the games that are in the little, you know, zip case, bad. But it's only hardware and stuff. And, you know, okay, I've played the games, so I've got the experience under my belt. You know, I don't still have the game, but, do you know what I mean? I can't go back and load up my save, but I had the game and I played it. I mean, oh, my Dark Souls, no! We looked at Dark Souls once on stream, once, and I showed you my character with his sword. Oh, but I can't do that again. I don't want to have to do it again. I feel like now I should do Dark Souls on stream. But yeah, if that goes, that would be bad. You know, but otherwise, it's just stuff, and I can buy a new OLED Switch, and I can buy a new Zelda copy on the new, you know, and I can just play that and forget about it. My other worry is that it might be linked up to my Nintendo account, and like, I don't want them spending money on the games on my Switch, but I think they can't because I think it might have to have a password, but, you know, I might have to change those details. Shouldn't have said it on the internet now, should I? But you know what I mean? If someone has pinched my Switch, I hope they gave it to a child, and I hope that child is enjoying playing it. It's more likely they would have just stolen it for drug money, and, you know, the people that go robbing cars are more interested in drug money, aren't they? So it's more likely they just took it to sex. CEX. There's a shop in our country called CEX. It's a porn shop. Not porn, pornography, a porn, PAW. You know, they've traded it in for cash. So they'd have just had it wiped. And that would be sad, wouldn't it? I mean, I did scratch my name into it with a needle. Scott. So that's on the back somewhere, but yeah, hopefully it'll turn up. These things, in my life, these things do have a tendency to turn up. I worry about things, and it turns out I've put them away somewhere, and then they turn up. That has happened. It happened with quite an expensive watch that my mom got me for a birthday. It was down the back of the sofa for years.
Decided by destiny.
Decided by destiny. Shadows of fate.
Destiny.
Destiny. I'm not saying it again. She's Greta Thunberg, I'm telling you. Look at that. Yeah. She's like Greta Thunberg. Right. My plan to go around the edge is working. I can see where the edge takes us. But I'm intrigued by this in the middle. We've got one of those trees like we saw in the rest of Sumeru. And it's chuffing out all its energy up into the sky like that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then there's like a bad... That's the abyss. That's the badness in purple. So there's like something going on here. I think I'm going to be needing to fix this. What do you think, Mona? I think I'm going to be needing to fix it as well. Yeah, I think we're going to need to fix it. And I can see the statue of the 7 down there. I could fly down there and hit the teleporter, unlock it all. It's probably sensible to fly down there. But I might go up on this ridge as well, because while we're up here, you know, I do want to tread the border. You never know what they might put up on the edges. What? Why has my chest just appeared? How has that happened? Now I need to go back up there and I'm not going to be able to. Because I jumped off. Please let me go back up there. No, 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 my chest, my chest, my chest. I just got skanked by one chest. It's still there. It was not going anywhere, but I've got to get back up there. You chuffers. I'm going to run out of puff now, watch. Get me on there. Right, I've got to climb up here and not run out of puff. You can log out your Nintendo account from your Switch. Yeah, but I didn't. So when they turn it on, it depends if you're active. Yeah. What'll be weird is like when they turn it on, it'll be on my account, and all my stuff is saved in their details. Obviously, passwords and stuff, they would need to know them, but I don't know. I can't remember if I type in a password to buy a game every time. It just pays with my PayPal. They've not been using it to pay for things on my PayPal, but I assume the way I do it is I turn it on, I log in, like it logs in automatically, and then I just go to PayPal and buy things, and you know. Yeah, I need to change passwords. And I shouldn't have said all this on the internet before I've changed all the passwords. But I'm going to have to go online and change all the passwords. Yeah, that's it. And then what will happen is it will turn up and I won't be able to log in. Why didn't this chest pop out?
Finding treasure is pretty exhilarating.
Can't pick it up though, can I? Have you got anything good that you want to level up, Missy? No. None of hers are leveled up, but then they're not. We haven't been choosing from a good selection. You're all 20s, aren't you? Classic. I'm on the classic now, trying to find an artifact to level that I'm sure I want to level. That's 16. That's going. It's not the best one in the world, but. Attack, attack, attack. And it comes with defense, defense. And she's a defensive healer, isn't she? So defense is good on her. It's good to have a increased defense. And it's got extra crit and attack on it. So it's not bad. That's all my Mora. Picking up the chicken, even though I'm vegan. So I'm assuming that when we get to this peak up here, although it looks barren, there'll be another little enemy to fight and maybe a cheeky chest. And I want to make sure that I cover... Like, it's unlikely I'm going to want to climb all the way up here again, so I want to make sure I cover this and... There's nothing else up here. It's a shame in a way. She goes invisible and she's under the water. I get it. It's cool, right? But in a way, it's a shame because you want to see her running, don't you? Like this. Running. I've got to that point with my Outlook email as well now, where the Outlook email is like, you're too...
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
sorry, Paimon. The Outlook email says, you're too full now, so you're not going to be able to send any emails. And I'm like, but I've been using this for years. I just want to keep my same email. And they're like, what about if you give us some money? Do you want to give us some money? And absolutely no, I don't. So I might have to change all my emails anyway. Okay, there's nothing else up here. That's weird, isn't it? You'd think that as a game designer, and they are good game designers.
Explore the area ahead of us later.
Thought it was going to push me off the edge then you'd think they would put stuff up here. It's nice to get an overview of this whole scene. There's something else glowing and interesting down there. This whole thing's kicking off. It's a big middle panel. It's like a big middle, like you can drop off the edge. So it's got more of that three-dimensional quality to it. And I bet there's caves and tunnels underneath it as well. We've got interesting music going on. A new vibe in the music. Do you think it was the jump that made the chest come off? I wondered if it was because I'd killed the stuff but I was stood in the way of the chest, but then it just comes up underneath you, doesn't it? It was the jump. Then they're teasing me. They're making the piss out of me because as soon as I flew off I had to come back. I don't want to have to come back. Hang on. I come straight back. Nothing happened. No? No chest. There might be something underneath it. We'll have to go right. We can go down on the floor easier. No, that can happen at any time. But going up high is more difficult, so I want to get this. I don't want it to push me.
Explore the area ahead of us later.
Oh, please stop pushing me away. I guess that high up there, I can't go up. That's my guess. Although I bet some of it will just be in, and I won't quite hit it now on my flight path. Do you know what I mean? What's right directly ahead of me here, I can actually stand on top of. Well, I'm not quite going to get there now, because I wasn't allowed to fly to the right and climb up. Which seems weird. Go on, just get me in, tuck me in over here and I'll get up there. This will be fine. Right, theoretically I should be able to go all the way up there, shouldn't I? Oosh. Don't fall off with the run out of puff. She's going to run out of puff. She's alright. What do you think? Is that the wall that's supposed to keep you in, or should I climb up to the top of it? I think we'll climb up to the top of it. No, because Paimon's going to jump me off there. Let's go this way then. I still think I can get up there, and I still think I should have gone up there. But I know it's up there. I just know that I haven't been up there. It's a bit of a big climb, you see, from down here, isn't it? Feels like that would have been the best route up there. Let's have a look what's around here. No, you can get it from this end, look. There's some buildings there as well, so yeah, we'll go up from that end. No worries. That's the plan. I'm going to go down here and kill these chuffers and have their chests, and then I'm going to head up there and see what's up there. Hello everyone. I'd like to just say hello, and I'd like to just drop in, just quickly. I like you, chuffer. None of your friends are coming to get involved, are they?
I see everything.
Oh, now they're coming, now they're coming.
Sharing my knowledge.
Shadows of fate.
It's all kicked off proper now.
Fate is upon you. Let me scribe. Leave my space.
This chuffer won't go down. They're hiding now as well, look. It's hiding in there, that one.
Let's end this quickly.
There's another one down. Ow! Got caught in the, she got caught in the, hit in the face. Give her one of these egg rolls.
Here's the goods.
Delve into destiny.
She needs to heal up. There you go. Nope, she got killed again.
Destiny
Brilliant.
cannot be denied.
Not ideal. Because now we're going to have to go for a statue of the 7 to heal up, aren't we? 'Cause we're out on the wander.
Everyone hold hands. Life lasts forever.
What's going on?
Let's get it on!
There's no way I'm losing this.
Cha!
Chuck. Just eat some food. It's kind of like cheating.
Buckle up!
Let's end this quickly.
You die. There you go.
This isn't good.
Thank you.
Let's get it on!
Oh, come on, you've got to go and stand. You can't make a big circle of death and then you go and stand outside it. That's not the jig. Come on, back in the circle of death, mate. It's like a one-on-one, isn't it now?
Look alive!
Still 20 seconds on those eggs.
You're dead meat!
This won't do much.
This one's well done.
Here's the good.
You need to shut up. It's you that needs to hurry up and die. I don't know why this is taking so long. I might have to change my squad around to be a bit more aggressive. Oh, it's because we've only got 2 characters on, isn't it? And obviously, 2 characters is half the strength. In terms of elemental effects going off. Have that. Thankfully, we got there. I'm not going to go down there and get those though. They've gone off the edge. They're gone. Just have the chest. And I suppose, to be fair...
50-50.
Oh no, you know what else as well? There's a Homunculus ahead of me that I have to get because I can't make a mark on the map because I've run out of map markers. So what we want to do is we want to go for the Homunculus. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. We want to go for that and then we want to hit the statue. Perfect on the Homunculus. Can I get back up? Easy. Easy. Over here will do. Oh, is this a new kind of resource? What is it? Can't, it doesn't look like I can mine it. Then there's this flower over here. Which I assume is a stamina thing, but it's a bit bigger and brighter than I remember. And it's not topping up my stamina, so I might fall off and die now. So I don't know what's going on down there. Oh, fell off and died. Shit, no! I'm actually falling off right into the...
I done messed up.
Just Dory. No teleporters. I've got to find my way to the Statue of the 7 or she died. No teleporters, just 1 squad member. We can resurrect 1 more squad member. I think, because the fried eggs are now ready. Actually, you want to be careful. Morning flowers, new flowers. New interesting flowers. And look, all crocodiles. So, we don't want to wake up the crocodiles, but we want all the flowers, so I don't know what to do. Go for the flowers, I suppose. Flowers. Oh, they've all woken up. All of them. I don't even have a character that needs those flowers. I just instinctively won't let things go. I'm leaving one flower. And I'm trying to get to there. So let's just run away from the crocodiles. And it's just, can we climb up that? I don't think I can climb up that. Hang on, there's a tinger. What's this? Doesn't do anything, but there's a teleporter down here, which is good. I mean, I know that I'm missing chests, I'm leaving chests. I'm going to leave this whole swamp run to come back and get all the chests, rather than go off range here, because I might get killed. Just one of me. Looks like there's a new enemy down there as well, something interesting. Like a lizard thing, dragon thing. What I need to do is I need to get up and get the Statue of the Seven, so that we can continue this in safety. What's that now on my map? Something else new to collect. And I shouldn't leave it in, because I can't mark it, I should get it. Run out of map markers. We need to do a stream where I go and toggle off all my map markers. Did I not got it? Why didn't I got it? Don't chief me, I'm up there with it. Right, that'll have to wait for later. At least we know there's one down there by the swamp. Whatever it is. It looks withered, but it should have been killed. Oh, ooh. Maybe I should use my powers. I'll tell you what, I think it will come in with the story, is my feeling, is that they'll be like, oh, have you done about this and do this? And I'll be like, oh, I saw one of those. I feel, because I haven't unlocked the story and doing this, because I always do this, don't I? I sort of come in from the back way. So I'm looking at it from a different perspective, maybe. My main concern is if we can get Statue of the Seven, then we can all heal up and we can use it to navigate and come back and forth from. So I'm hoping to get that now instead of dying from this climb, but it looks like I'm about to die from the climb. Oh, she's not going to make it up there, is she? Come on. Get the H off her. Yeah. Yes, that's a shelf. Yes. Alright. Closer than ever. Here we go. And the world opens itself up before those with noble hearts. That's not Dory. Dory's the one that killed the damn ducks.
There's nothing more beautiful than shiny Mora.
And she's always interested in monies. Remember the Archon quest? Not really. A bit. You know, I'm familiar with the withering and some of these features, but yeah, you know, I'm not. My memory's not great for it all. Like when things happen, I'll be like, oh yeah, but it gets quite confusing and quite complex, and we talk about all sorts of different stuff. And to be honest, like the main quest gets confusingly lost within all the other shit we're doing. So anyway, she's not the most noble one, so she's not going to get to do this. It has healed everyone. But not completely. But enough so that I can swap to the most noblest of hearts.
Leave it to me.
Here we go. Statue of the Seven. World, open itself up. So I came up this way and flew over here, and there is a bit on top here, but there's even more up here, look, high up. Interesting. And then it comes off and there's a coast. I did not expect that. Like, I got the feeling that we were going to get land as far as the eye could see, do you know what I mean? Because this is the edge here, isn't it? Just here. There's not much more can go here. They can have a bit more, but they're not much more. So they're going to put coast. And coast here implies that there'll be coast down. You know, eventually this will just be water, won't it, at the edges? Coast. So it would imply there would be a coastline down this way as well, somewhere. That's going to be interesting. I love the way when you unlock the new parts of the map, it gives you a little, like, there's a hint here as well, isn't there? That it might come through somewhere here. It's interesting what's missing here as well. And the way we're given such a small, like, cornery piece. It's like doing a jigsaw sometimes, isn't it? Oh, there'll be more, only the current map can't zoom out all of Teviat. There'll be Natlan. Wow. So they'll just change the map so it can zoom out even more. It's weird the way they, because I understand when we got Leeway, or when Leeway was introduced to me, and it was like this whole chunk here, like one solid chunk. But it's interesting to me the way they're kind of parceling this off, like it looks like there could be one piece here, and the way we've got this like corner, almost, that implies more and more here, to the north, doesn't it? Like this whole solid piece here. I'm wondering when and how and where and what. And then there's all this water here. Does that mean that there's going to be a coast that comes round and eventually tops off at the north somewhere? And like, does the water come back round and in here? Or what? And we've got eventually Siberia. I want to call it Siberia. It's not Siberia. It's Sezhnaya at the top, which will be cold, won't it? The North Pole sort of thing. The Siberian North. Interesting as well, if we think about this, right? This area here is supposed to be almost like India or Southeast Asia. Never eat Southwest Asia. I don't know. It's supposed to be like that sort of part of the world anyway, isn't it? Like, obviously it is. Like, they're eating biryanis for Christ's sake. So this is clearly supposed to be China. We talked about it. It was explained to me. I agree. This is clearly Japan. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, this is Japan. And to me, the Japan and China scale of things, like, you know, our world is like this. China's over here, and Japan is just off over here next to it. And that's what our world is like. And then north of China, yeah, you've got Russia over here. That's where Chesnaya should be. You know, Russia, China. But then this part up here, Europe, somewhere between Prague and Germany, is in the wrong place. Like, there is no Europe above north of China, is there? So then we're off range now. You can do what you want. But it's interesting that China and India are bordered like this, aren't they? You know, China does go off into Russia and Asia this way. And then that does go off into, like, next to India is the Arabic countries that come more southerly. Like, you know, it kind of matches up to our world in places, but in other places it's totally off. So I feel like like you say in chat, they know what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely. What you could say though is that we know that Fontaine is going to be a bit like France. So my guess would be that, like, France and places like that would be up and over there, but they're not, are they? So maybe Fontaine and places like this will be up over here. This is like where our Europe section is. And then, is there anywhere else? There's like Africa. We still haven't been to Africa. We've covered North Africa slightly here. So maybe Africa will be represented down here. You know, much more more jungle. We haven't, South America and North America are not really represented at all, are they? Like, it's like the continent that all fits together in one big continent. Eurasia is represented, but Africa and America are not. So I'm thinking, do we get a separate island arrangement like we've got here? Like a separate landmass? Natlan is US, India. Okay, so Natlan will be that next landmass, that big next landmass. And if you remember, well, you don't, nor do I. I don't know why I said if you remember, but this is a Chinese, like, obviously this is a Chinese game, so I'm viewing this through a Western perspective, but the people in the West went out and discovered America. It was like a new land, and the game New World has played on that premise a little bit. Like, maybe it could be a bit like that when we encounter it. And Australia as well, separate island on its own with a, you know, separate evolved set of species, and a bit like they've done here. You know, this could carry on down here to be Indonesia, Australia, you know, the little islands that go off and around there could have that as well. It's interesting that we can't predict necessarily, like we think they know, we can't predict necessarily, but by method of combining the things that aren't already in this game from our world and looking at these spaces, we should sort of assume, I would assume that this northern area here will be Chesnaya, up here somewhere. The rest of Europe and the other European bits like Fontaine and some other bits and pieces can go up there. And then Africa can come here, down in this southerly part. As you've said, to the west, then the map will continue, or can continue. Doesn't at the moment, but maybe they'll open that up so it continues out west for the west. Or maybe, you know, because with China, the west is also the east, isn't it? So maybe some of it might go there, I don't know. But this space to be filled quite big at the bottom here. And this space to be filled quite big at the top here. So I would expect Chesnaya at the top. Maybe, like an opposing force, the Americas can be represented in this southern space. Don't know. So far, all Teviat's glued together except Inazuma. Right, you can see it on the alpha map. Ah, okay. So, but because they've got the alpha map and that's the alpha plan, doesn't mean that this space can't be... Do you remember what I said about an idea for new game people when they start, they only get to go around here? And they're going to want to see some of this, and they're going to want to see some of this. So I was like, maybe a boat can go around and like visit little islands. Like maybe there can be a collection of islands over here that's got a little bit of everything. So you can collect all your different things for your characters, even if you get them early. Like they can do what they want, and they've got space. So an island here and there, like we visit in those events. Like I was surprised those event islands just don't become more permanent. And like you can build up a bit of a archipelago of little islands, can't you? As like an additional extra. And then we've also got Teapot Land. And we've also got underground land as well, haven't we, in some places? So it's always nice to be able to offer a Dendroculus to a new statue. And Amber is clipping into it nicely. That should fix that problem, firing a fire arrow into it, look. That should probably fix that. Can't see why it hasn't. Right, next on my list. I want to be up on top of the... You see a new area like this, and I just want to be on top of the thing and be like, I'm the king of the world. When we were at school, I can't remember what the name of the book was, but we did, you know, you do book study at school, and one of the books, this character went up on a rock. Like this. They went up on a rock, and they put their arms up, they shouted, I'm the king of the world! Like, they went out on a big walk on their own in the countryside, and they said, I'm the king of the world, on top of this big rock. Yeah? I've got Nahida. Oh, I've got Nahida. Hey. Nahida? I don't even know her. I got her first time round. Yeah, free to play as well. Hello, Cleo. Am I pulling this patch? We talked about it a little bit earlier. No. I'm going to skip. Although I think the Alu is damn cool, and I'm very happy with her, and would like to have her on the team. I've only got 900 primos, so I'm going to save up so that the next time we wish, we're guaranteed with what we want. And the higher ups on the list. I mean, we just watched Shenhe go past. But the next time something's really good, I'm going to say I've got all the primos in the bank ready. I'm on a saving up spree at the moment, so I might let this one go past, although I'd be tempted to throw a temple in. I'll say that we could throw a temple depending on how the saving up goes by the end of the next 16 days. Might be tempted for a temple, but yeah, we've already got Nahida from the first time round because we did just what I described. We saved up all our primos. Like, I'd rather be in a position where I can say, oh, that's an interesting banner, I can wish on it and have it. So in order to do that as a free-to-play player, let me just get my... I usually have this on screen sometimes. Where is it? Genshin Impact. There it is. Genshin Impact. Money spent 0-0 in the top right there. Because we don't spend any money, it's best for me to save up. So I've got 28k primos. And then when anything happens, I can say, oh, don't worry. I can drop those primos and have it. So at the moment, I'm pretending like there's no banner. But yeah. Thankfully, we've already got our little Kusanali, our lesser Lord Kusanali. She's a big member of our squad as well. We really like her. It's really nice when you get a new character and...
You have to see the world for
Shut
yourself
up.
to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Stop talking. It's really nice when you get a new character and they have an instant impact in your squad. I think they did a good job with Nahida for that reason. So yeah, now what we're up to then, I suppose, is we want to unlock this. But I don't just want to unlock it, I want to go and have a look what's going on around there. So I'm going to try and get back up this way. This is my new plan. Go there. Go up here. On top of this. And see if I can come back round the coast to Unknown and then head north in again to the statue. So already I don't know which way I'm facing. I'm confused. I think it's over there though I'm talking about going. Let's see if we can. And we'll come and grind for chests a bit later. We're on a bit of an exploration mission. If there's a critical item, a chest or something else that I sort of should get, I'll get it. But I'm going to take the easy route here, I think, up this land bridge. Oh, we're going slower because I took out deer. If you want the speed squad.
Got a job for me?
Yeah, I have, yeah. You and... Where have you gone? You're Frosty.
I hear you've got a job for me.
Fast mommies. They make us go faster. Cheeky little statue again. I like the fact that you get another little cheeky 5 primos just for finding these locations as well. There's another little cheeky teleporter. Teleporter? Don't even know her. This is another thing, look. What? I've got to run now. There's one. Trial of the sound bell. All bells are sound bells, mate. Unless you buggered it up. Unless you buggered up your bell. All bells are
Stay
sound
close.
bells, aren't they?
No going off on your own. The desert doesn't take
Maybe a
prisoners.
quiet bell. A silent bell. Non-sound bell. Non-sound bell. There's another one of those things.
Just sucks that I got so much work to do.
Commit to memory.
Can't do anything with it. Just there. I should be marking them on the map. Oh, and there's another... Oh, there's a Jamunculus in town. I have to get the Jamunculuses. What's this? Ooh. Can have that. Trishy something. What the hell? What's in here? Eremites! Right. You chuffers. I knew there'd be some of you chuffers. Grey crystals are crystals left behind by remnants of corruption. Use the power of Kavura to clear them out. But once the power retreats, the grey crystals will re-emerge. Grey crystals are crystals left behind by remnants of corruption. Use the power of Kavura to clear them out, but once said power retreats, the grey crystal... You just said that. Why did I have it twice? And this reminds me of Zelda with the corruption. Like, it looks like they're trying to steal a bit of Zelda's thunder before it comes out. Cheeky.
Shadows of fate.
Shadows of fate. Get a bit of that, and then have a bit of this. And then, ow, don't hit me with that. You fucking... Right, that's made me well eggy.
Judgment.
Ow, stop it.
Let me scribe.
If anything, you should let her scribe. She asked. She asked nicely. Ow.
This was unwise.
They're really eggy, aren't
You
they?
can't run. Lights out.
Have that.
Decided by destiny.
Decided by destiny.
Destiny.
You didn't like that, did you? What do you think of that now? Can't even move, can you? See? Not so clever now. Stupid Eremites. What's this? What?
Well, you could do with some more fortune.
I've let that go. A green Sealy. This is going to... I don't want to be doing this now. I'm not... Alright, okay, I'll do it now. Or will that stay there forever and now this is open? I don't know, I'm confused, but... There's more of this Trishite. Trish... We'll just call it Trish. There's another green... Oh, God. A form of Kavavara is scattered upon the earth. Fireworks contain the same power and will stick to your character once picked up and affect nearby grey crystals. You can also put a firework down when you want to unleash its power. So, I don't really want to do that. These drums were created by the Order of the Skeptic's ancestors. Hit them according to a specific method to cause the elemental power within to resound. There are 3 ways of light. I don't care. I hate reading shit like that. It's like, okay, let's see what happens. Challenge failed. So, okay. What do you think about that? Challenge failed? What do you mean challenge failed? That wasn't good enough for you. I think she's doing quite well, thank you. Challenge failed. That should melt this stuff now, shouldn't it? It's not melting it. Oh, it melt. Oh, look. So now I've got to do this. I've got to do, like, I've got to go. Bing, failed. Right, so it's the wrong one. I've got to go. I'm looking and I'm seeing like 1. Right, well, it's not that. So I'm assuming it's... Oh, okay, so she's charged. Okay, watch this. Failed. Right, try again. Failed. Right, okay. So that means that, and then it's... What? I'm looking at these... Oh, forget it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to play a drum. We said... we said I don't have to play the drum. I'm not even supposed to be doing this. Is there any chance where you'd spend money on Genshin? The times I've come very close recently was when we nearly didn't get Dia, but in the end we got her, and it was like amazing. And then when we nearly didn't get Mika, I got him, and it was amazing. So I don't need to, because Genshin just gives me the stuff, because I'm a streamer. But yeah, I would have, if I wasn't playing on stream, I would have bought the Welkin a long time ago. But a year ago when I started, I said, I'm only doing this for a couple of months. You know, I'm going to play the game for a bit, play the story mode, then I'll do a review of it. And so I'm not going to spend any money. My review will be Genshin Impact, free to play, is it any good? And I played it for a couple of months, and then I kept playing it. I haven't really done the review. I never stopped playing Genshin Impact though. So a year down the line, I'm committed to being free to play. It seems silly that I do a whole year of free to play, get so much cool stuff, and sort of prove the concept that you could enjoy playing free to play, and then say, oh, and by the way, I'm also spending money now. So even if it's only a little, I'm not doing it. Even if it's only a little. So I would think that I would get more value. I would probably have a couple more extra cool characters and stuff if I'd done the Welkin. Doesn't seem like a bad vibe, the Welkin. Plus, on top, I think they've done a really good job of the game, and I give them nothing, so that seems a bit unfair. I mean, I do stream it, that's good for them, but if I was paying for a game, Genshin Impact, if I was paying for Genshin Impact, I would easily give you over £100 for it. Like, easily. Even to that concept, like I said before, £40 a game in a box with a cartridge and an instruction book. Easily over 100, 120. Easy. What, you buy, you go in the shop and you buy it off the shelf for £120? Yeah, I would. Genshin Impact. That's how much easily I think it's worth compared to other games. Other games are only £40 in your mind. Yeah, they're actually 60 though, aren't they? Yeah, I know, they add that extra 20 and it makes me feel like I'm being ripped off. But here, I would double that. Like, there's no qualms. So, for me to not give them anything seems a bit unfair. So with Genshin Impact, I mean, it's such a joy and such a love that in some ways, the fact that I never have to spend any money on it makes it even more of a joy and a love, I suppose. You know? I bought a big expensive computer. We got loads of tippies. Snips quite generously. Snips gave me quite a lot of tippies. Capital K dropped me a big sub bomb. Nigel's been consistent, always there. Like, all this stuff adds up, yeah? Like, lots of other people have tipped me over the time that I've been streaming. And a year in, I bought a big computer, like a new computer, and that made a big difference to my streams. Like, clearly, it's a big, powerful computer. Before, I was streaming on an old Mac, so there was a limit. And I used to play Genshin Impact on the PlayStation and run it through the Mac. So, like, it wasn't at its best, but even though I bought a big expensive computer, I didn't have to buy lots and lots of big expensive software. I'm playing Genshin Impact free to play. It seems stupid, doesn't it, that you would spend like that amount of money on a computer and not be prepared to spend any money on the game. But their offer was, it is free to play, so do you want to play it free to play? And I said, yes, thanks. Hoyoverse takes a lot of content creators to cover expenses so they can make big stuff on Hoyofair. They don't cut the cost on the music and stuff, yeah. Now, I'll tell you what, the music is amazing. Oh, so maybe the Hoyofair stuff is better than I'm thinking as well, now that you say that. I just assumed it, when you said it was like other creators, I just assumed it was like, you know, like someone's done a fan art. Like, all well and good, but like, I don't need to see all your fan arts. But like, if it's actually creators and stuff like that, maybe it would be good. I should give it more time. But yeah, Genshin's so good, and I have so much enjoyment in here, through here. It's got so many of the elements of gaming that I enjoy, right? Exploration, collection, XP, RPG. Well, I did, when I started, I did think, why haven't we got, why aren't I in it? Where's my character? Why don't I make my character? But of course the format doesn't work like that, and I've actually settled into it and it's been fine. So 10 out of 10. Genshin Impact for me is the best game I've ever played. In context, obviously Tetris was really good. Zelda Ocarina of Time was really fucking good. Breath of the Wild was like really good. FIFA was like, not FIFA this, FIFA 9 or FIFA 10 or FIFA was good, but this is probably my favourite game ever. Animation teams created the community. Hoyoverse just quits the weight of the money. So they just give them money to do it. Like they sponsor them. That's cool. I should be a Genshin Impact creator. I do wonder. I'll tell you what I wonder about. You know how when they do, that is cool of them to sponsor them. That is cool. Like in Hearthstone, they don't do that shit. They do actually, with a couple of top creators getting a little card reveal season. They get to do card reveals, don't they? But they don't really, you know, throw that much money and weight around like that. And they've been around for that long. But it's a really good thing to do, and it makes me wonder. What was I going to say? I've forgotten, off the top of my head, I forgot what I was saying now. It's stupid. But yeah, I should pay more attention to the stuff they do. Genshin Impact, 10 out of 10 game. Also, I'll tell you what's interesting about it that I like. There's two other aspects I want to talk about quickly. One is that it's not offensive at many... there's the veganism bit. We shouldn't be killing the animals. But other than that, it's not offensive at any point. They should have more diversity in the characters. They should. But it's not offensive at any point. It's not like I'm killing zombies and then there's people swearing and like someone's done some horrible sex crime or something. Like, there's none of that, is there? It's a very nice place to be. And that's the same goes for Zelda. You know, the point of being in this beautiful garden, relaxing space. When I play Fortnite with my sister, like, I sometimes feel under pressure and on edge. And I like come out of a game thinking, oh, I'm a bit on edge. Whereas Genshin Impact, I chill. And I come out feeling chilled. So I love that. Apart from sometimes when they make me sit through the story, but other than that. And then the other thing I wanted to say on that tip was that so it's universal, suitable for all, and the pace of the game is up to me. Like that aspect of the pressure. If I'm playing an FPS, or Fortnite's a great example, because when you drop in, you're on. Like you can't just put the thing down and drink some chocolate milk and smoke your thing and talk to you like I'm doing now. If I was a Fortnite streamer, I couldn't just stop it and talk to you. I'd have to do that in between games, because otherwise I'd be like focused and on. Whereas Genshin gives me the choice. It's not just because I'm paused either, is it? Look, Genshin gives me the choice of what I want to do, in what order, when, how much. Like it's totally on me, and there's no pressure to do it. Like these things will still be there. The events time gated, they disappear, yeah, but you know the main story quest and all that.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
In some ways, it reminds me of a good series of books, where some days you want to sit down and read loads, and other days you want to sit down and just, you know, read a little chapter before you go to bed, and like that's fine. The only issue is, of course, the resin. Like, some days you want to read the whole book and then you'll be on, like, sorry, this chapter, you can't read it now because you run out of resin. But it's all about playing the drums up here, isn't it? Look, if only I'd listened to how to play the drums, I could have played the drums better. But we can come back and play the drums another time. Fuck the drums. What I want to do is I want to get up on there and then head round. So I'm wasting time in this drumming room when instead I should be going upstairs. I'm heading up and around. Decided by destiny. Shadows of fate. Shadows of fate. We're still trying to get the demonologist on. I haven't been in constant contact with them, but I spoke to them on Twitter, and they're on a little holiday, from what I can see on their Twitter, going around Europe, looking at all these churches and stuff, which is what you would think a demonologist would be up to. So good on them, they're having a good time. And then hopefully, like I say, if I just keep my eye on the situation, they're up for coming on and talking to us about all these demons that occur in Genshin Impact, and all the names like Barbatos, and, you know, they're still up for that, so that might still happen. And also, last night, I don't know if this will happen, but last night I saw there was somebody in my local area who has been running a Twitter. I can't climb up that. They've been running a Twitter, right? And their Twitter is all about, like, romance catfishing, where they catch the catfishers. So they've got an interesting story, and maybe we'll try and get them on the show. So I'm still looking forward to trying to do interesting things on the main show. What are these chuffers doing? I'm going to let them live. Alright, Minka. No need for the complaining. I'm on the internet. If you want, you can come up on my lap. I'm going to pick you up. Oh. Come on. You sit there. You just shush shush. You sit here. Have a cuddle with me. It's alright. I gave you your tootsies and now, look, someone... Oh, she's off. She wants something. Look, they followed me out. I said I'd let you live. How rude. I was going to let them live. Now they want to have it. You're just having a look around. There's all these bits of tree. They've gone back to wherever they were supposed to be messing around. All bits of tree and stuff. I'm getting off track now. See my navigation skills? Where am I now? I'm going the wrong way. Oh, I can find that thing. Look, there's that thing. I can find it. It's only there. Come on, get over there, you. I'll find this. It's only there, look. Scry the sky. Did you say that? Smooth. You can skip the stuff you don't like versus other games where you have to do it, and there is stuff you have to do on Genshin, but so few that even if it's not your liking, Genshin's not for you. That's a good point, yeah. Many people feel like they're obligated to play something just because it's where most people are. When I first started Genshin, I did say to myself, look, I played Pokemon. Pokemon was my first attempt, not an attempt, what's the word? I played a lot of different games, messed about a bit, and I wanted to do a longer playthrough. So I chose Pokemon because I thought, I've never played a Pokemon game. It's probably not, I did know that I was not going to end up being a Pokemon streamer, you know? I knew that I wasn't going to suddenly, you know, break onto the Pokemon scene, but I wanted to play a slightly longer game, see how it felt, you know, do the thing. Played Pokemon anyway. And then after that, I was looking for a different game, like a stream game that I could play regularly on a stream. I didn't know it was going to be Genshin Impact. I thought Genshin Impact, like I said, it was going to be for review purposes. As I looked for this, because I was looking for this game, I found Genshin Impact. But when I found Genshin Impact, there were all these negative stories about gacha and all that stuff, wasn't there? So I was like, oh, I could cover this, but I thought I might end up playing something like Warcraft or whatever the new Warcraft will be, or do you know what I mean? And I was looking for a stream game that, when I found Genshin and discovered the amount of people that were playing it, I was surprised because it had gone under my radar. But it was bigger. Like, I was thinking maybe I should look at Warcraft, and you know, when I looked at the numbers, Warcraft versus Genshin, like Genshin bigger, isn't it? I might be tripping, but Genshin feels like a bigger, more expensive, more modern. And then I looked into it as well when I was like, it's like Zelda. I like Zelda, you know, a lot more than I like World of Warcraft. So I don't know. Yeah, it just seemed like a really good choice for me. if I was talking about market and demographics and stuff, maybe it's not the right choice. I don't know. And if I was talking about what's best for a streamer, joining a game 2 years late into the development, you know, you want to be the hot new thing, you want to be on it. But it worked. You know, Zeppler pivoted into Genshin Impact, didn't she, as like a business decision, like we were saying earlier. So, because there are loads of games that we all like to play. Like, I've still got Oblivion. I might be wrong, you know, Oblivion might work out to be a really great stream for me. It might be that everyone that watches my streams really wants to see me play Oblivion, or it might be that they just think that looks boring and old, and for me it's a personal passion project, but for everyone else it's not fun. Or in terms of like growing as a streamer, Oblivion is a bad choice in 2023, yeah? But at some point we're going to play it on stream, because I want to play it and it's fun. Or maybe that's the one where I play it offline, you know, and do something slightly better on stream because I am a streamer and people do subscribe and it is a bit valuable to, for, like, they, I shouldn't disregard the fact that people subscribe and say, right, you don't even care about this, well, I'll do it anyway, you know. But like, we have to have fun, a happy medium. This is for my love. I love Genshin Impact, I enjoy it, and that's why I'm doing it now. And I'm a Genshin streamer because I stream Genshin. You know, if I didn't have the camera today, if all my camera kit broke down, I would still stream Genshin or play Genshin. When I'm not streaming, I still play Genshin. So yeah, it's turned into that. I'm still open to the idea though, Cruel. Like, let's say the next Among Us happens, or the next... I think a lot of streamers are hoping for the next big thing to be something like... You know how Fortnite created Ninja and like all these other people? People are looking now at the new games and new things that come out. I say things more because, like, you know, sometimes they're more than games, aren't they? But they're looking for that next big thing and to be in there early and to be the one, the new ninja. Some of them think it's a skill-based thing, or, you know, whatever. But and then there's these trend games like Among Us. If everyone's playing Among Us is this good example where, let's say I'm a Genshin Impact streamer and Among Us is kicking off. Or Fall Guys as well, Fall Guys. Everyone's playing Fall Guys, so the audience wants to watch Fall Guys because they've heard about this new game and everyone's playing it. So if I don't play it, then either they watch somebody else or they watch me and don't get to see the thing they want. Like this week, I'm still playing Genshin Impact, great, but they wanted to see Fall Guys this week. The majority, not everyone. Some people stay in their lane and don't want to go with the trend. I get it, you know, you still get you. But it's strange to me that someone would say, most people, like Asmongold's a good example, isn't he? Because Asmongold's very Warcraft oriented. But then if everyone's playing Among Us and everyone wants to watch Among Us, Asmongold should play Among Us because his audience are either going to watch him or go somewhere else. Well, he wants his audience to watch him. So he should do the trend. Like, that makes sense. It's not going to be forever. It'll go away and you can go back to Warcraft. So it's actually sensible, I think. So, and then the other thing about that was when the Johnny Depp trial happened. Lots of people on the internet were watching the Johnny Depp trial. So Asmongold streamed it all. It's not really his wheelhouse, but he streamed it all. And a lot of people that would have left his stream to go somewhere else stayed on his stream. And a lot of people that wouldn't have come to his stream came to his stream. So, yeah, there's pros and cons to everything, I suppose. If you're in at the beginning on the wave, you can go up to the top when it's at full force. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, riding that wave, being in there at the beginning. And there's a benefit to being in there at the beginning and being the best one, or the one that's got all the stuff, or the one that knows all the stuff, or the one that's made the little guide video. You know, there's that adjacent content that goes on. So as a content creator, people could look at that in that almost aggressively, cynically marketing way. I say cynically, maybe just in that aggressively marketing way, and make those choices for those reasons. You still have to love it, and you still have to, like, perform well on stream to create a good stream, I guess. So I'm not averse to it, but then there are trends that go by, and I just think, I see that, I'm enjoying watching their videos, but I haven't got time to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Like, I see, like, it's hard work to be up on the trend of, like, in gaming as well. You also get a lot of failings. Like, you'll think this is going to be the next big trend, and you'll do it, and then it won't take off, and then you'll be like, invested my time into that, bit of a waste, you know. So maybe some people get lucky, maybe some people don't, I don't know. But for me, yes and no to that. Yes and no. As long as in your own heart you're enjoying what you're doing, it's okay to do different things all the time. And as long as the people that are watching you enjoy watching it, I suppose. But being a desperate, cloying glory hunter, that seems inauthentic. And a bit sad, so... yeah. 2 sides to every coin, I suppose, aren't there?
I'll take good care of everyone.
You certainly will, madam.
Chivalry will never die.
I don't usually have them in this order, so watch me get confused when I have my characters in the wrong order. I hope you don't get us killed. Actually, I've got 3 heals here, haven't I? What am I doing?
Don't be scared.
There we go. What'll be? What it be? Oh, what the... what the chuff is this? Wow!
Make yourselves at home.
I mean, this is cool.
Shadows of Fate.
Shadows of Fate, look at it. I like this.
You're up.
Oh, it had a right go at me then. It only wanted me to bring water and...
Delve into destiny.
I brought the characters it asked me to, but actually you could have gone into this with other characters, couldn't you? Right, this thing would take a right smacking off a fire character.
Leave my space.
Kind of like taking a look at it,
Let
as
me
well
read
as
you a verse.
trying to kill it.
Time to act.
Oh, I've knocked it over, look. Get in there.
Don't be scared. Hey, go away.
Fuck it up.
Grow. The Temple of Wisdom.
Rain outlines your... Let me scry.
Let me scribe. Also, can I run away? Because it looks like it's getting eggy again. It's got different attacks. It's got like a ranged attack there, which is interesting.
Destiny. Decided by destiny.
Like, it threw creepers out or something. Oh, I shouldn't switch off her when I go into her special, should I? I should leave that running. Get that. Now what are you doing? It's over there now. That looks like poison dust, maybe? And it's jumping and throwing up creepers from the ground where it lands. I have to go and kill this thing, whatever that egg that is. That's got to go. Now it's on its side. Oh, it's gone, it's dead. Now there's this thing. Okay, this is a water thing, so I could have used other characters.
Leave my space.
Like, my water characters are less effective against this, aren't they? So now it's all about these choppers I've got to put in the work. In fact, I'd have been quite good with electro fire on this domain. That would have been fine.
No, my sword.
I don't know why it suggested water dendro.
Rain cutter.
Well, they're the enemies I was going to face. Hello, Galaxy Pika. How you doing? New first time chatter. Look at it. I don't know what kind of animal you'd call this. It's got a horn on its head. Can't see any eyes. It looks like a stegosaurus, but a water stegosaurus, like a wetosaurus. I only call it the wetosaurus.
Delve into destiny. Written in the stars.
Written in the stars.
Shadows of fate.
Shadows of fate. Shadows of fate. If they put me in the game, I can be Mona's brother. Shadows of fate. Written in the stars. Mona's long lost brother. I'll just talk like me, like I do. And then sometimes I'll do impressions of her. Shadows of fate. Shadows of fate. Written in the stars. How dare you?
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. But also, if you can come over here and let me kick your head in. Where are you going? What's it doing over there? It looks like toothpaste. It's reminding me of toothpaste. I don't know why. Uh-oh. Doesn't like, you got eggy then.
The Temple of Wisdom. Committed to memory.
Mona buy a lot of books and somehow always broke. She's very frugal on the old purse, isn't she? The old radish stew. Bit of radish stew. She looks cool though. Shadows of fate. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good time anyway. Free to play, I am. Look at that.
Rain outlines your fate.
Get in there, you little bunnet. Get the bunnet on him. Add the bunnet on the top of you then. You knew it did. You knew you... Don't look at me like that. You know that bunny was on top of you then. I'll do it with this. I'll do loads of them. Get one on top of him. It. Get him on top of it. Quick before it dies. Oh, I killed it. Right. Well, I did get a bunny on top of you anyway, so you know I did. That was 40 primos. Never have to do that again. Is that it? Just 40 primos. 2 really cool enemies. Look at that. I got stuck and I was doing my knees. It's like a rhino, yeah. It's like a... But it was also like a crocodile... Crino. But it's water, not cryo. Crino. They should have a crino. Like a freezing rhino. Crino. That would work. It's a bit of a shame, really, because that was quite a good fight. And then I suppose they'll bring those baddies in, you know, some more in the rest of the game, because it would be a shame if that was just the only time I meet them in there. But I did it, and I got my primos. I feel really weird about these, because when they're domains, you keep coming in them. But when they're just one-offs like that, it's like, there's a door, and there's a thing. I'm not going to keep coming back. But why? Because I could keep coming back like a domain. So, maybe I should keep coming back like a domain. She's magic. Look at her hovering. She a magic.
Don't be scared.
Also, do this. There you go. Had a bit of that. I've forgotten where I am and what I'm doing, so I'm trying to climb up here. Let's keep remembering that. Left. Head left. Oh yeah, okay. Top. How do I get up there? High up, isn't it? I was a Yao girl. Right. Wet boy will get us up there. No problem. You'd think his hands would be slippy, but they're not. He'll be up there fine. The desert crew has been disbanded. What's that over there? The desert crew has been disbanded. We're now the Dendro Hydro crew. Right. The Abyss resets tomorrow. I did my good point. I did my 12 stars that I usually get. We could try and push harder. I put together a crew for the Vishaps, right? I put together this crew for the Vishaps, and I annihilated the Vishaps. And then in the next room, I just got my ass handed to me. I got my 12. We can look at it. I'm quite prepared to go there today. Let's carry on with my Adventure Explorer, because I want to go all the way around here, see what that is, unlock that, and then I'm happy that I've done this. And then we're going to look at the time-gated event thing, and then, yeah, we can look at the Abyss. I've climbed all the way up here now. It's got slightly different music in this part of the desert, which I appreciate. I think it's cool. I'm heading the wrong way again. Although I do like climbing up things. Maybe we just go up here now, just while we're here.
Body and mind.
Don't do that.
No, my sword.
Why did you do that, you naughty? I just told you not to. They do them on their own sometimes. I don't tell them. See? Just pop that out from nowhere. What's there nothing up? How could there be nothing up here? I've climbed all the way up here. Come off it. There must be something up here, surely. This is Genshin Impact, mate. Every third step is a clunk, clunk, clunk. Pick this. Harvest a berries. What?
Ahead of us later.
Paimon. No berries. Nothing. Bit weird. Ah, look, there's a hole. What's this? I knew there'd be something. No.
My reckoning has come.
Shouldn't laugh. She got her legs broken. That was a bit bad, actually. Her reckoning has come. Okay, I could duck down there to the sea. I don't want to do that. I want to come back around here now and tag that, do I? On my way around here. Or maybe I do go around the sea and have a little look around the coast. Maybe I do. I don't know, because I haven't unlocked the map. I'm not high up anymore, though. I come down a bit. high up is the difficult bit. Down there is the easy bit. So I kind of feel like I should stay high up. Yeah, I will have a look at the Abyss. I think it's funny because if we've only got one more day to do it, we'll try one more time. But I'm quite a good Genshin Impact player, you know. I'm quite a big cheese around here, master of the swordfish. Oh, little cheeky chest down there. Feel like I should mark that. Little cheeky chest down there. Still got a couple of markers to put on. I'm not going to fly down there now, but someday we'll come back to that. Yeah, because I think I'm alright at Genshin Impact now. I'm getting better. I mean, I'm on AR-57 or something, aren't I? So I think I'm getting there. But in terms of beating that Spiral Abyss, that second room on that... After the Vishaps... If I can do the Vishaps, I still have trouble with the rest of the chuffing state of what's going on up there. This is all stuff up here as well. I should be prepared to get chests. Now I know what's going on with these. These are bells. I need to find the bell that goes with them. Right, I'm having that chest. You can't. There's no way. You're just a burb. Just a big burb. I'm not attacking it first. I want the chest, though. So, can I have the chest? Have you got the key? Or... Ooh! Run. Right, now it's attacked me. Now I'm going for it. I didn't start it. I definitely didn't... You know, I'm not just killing the wild bird. But definitely it attacked me.
Witness the power of
It won't stop attacking me, if anything.
Not good.
Don't be scared.
Now it's up in the sky. Now it's come down again. Ah!
Hey, go away.
Kill this thing. Right, it fell over. When they fall over, it's time to get right in on them.
No, my sword.
Commit it to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Pop. Pop.
Don't be
Get
scared.
one of those out.
Delve into destiny.
Delve into destiny. No, my sword. No, quick, run away.
Time to act. Rain cutter.
Don't get it, you Glaze.
You should finish it off, shouldn't it?
You Glaze.
It's quite a tough bird.
Wow. This will last us for days.
Where's the damn teleporter? I stood on the thing. It's underneath me. Oh, these mushrooms in this chest. Look, I can't help it. I can't help it.
Don't be scared.
Let me scribe. Decided by destiny.
Have that. Look, come on. Enjoy that, you
Delve
chopper.
into destiny.
The one character... Oh no, I haven't got any fire... It's not that I'm a character down, it's that I've set up my team with just 2 elements, isn't it?
You Glaze. Grow. Share my
You
knowledge.
need to change that. I feel like we're not killing things
Written
quick
in the
enough.
stars. Let me scribe. No, my sword. Let me weave you a
Stay put.
Well, this combination does work.
Go away.
Lovely chests. And look, I've got these things as well to read. Consecrated Fanged Beast. Grey Crystals. Pharik. Soul Bell. Koi Drum. Quarry Drum. Quarry Drum. Should have read that better because I still don't know how to do that. Grey Crystals. And that is Primos, look.
Everything up nice and carefully. Don't
Show me
drop
how many.
anything.
Show me the Primos, look. 6, 2. Oh, loads of Primos going in the bank. Good Primo grinding. So there's no... It must be underneath me, but I don't want to go underneath. Where am I and what am I doing? That's the problem, I don't know, because there's no map. Right. That's the whole point. I'm off this way. No one can stop me. Look at these. What? One's like, they're like hilly churls crossed with, Zhao or something. They're like super churls. Look at that, and one's Animo, and one of them's got a scythe. I think they both got scythes. No, one's got a sword and one's got a scythe. These are cool. Like, it's like Hilly Churl 2.0, isn't it? Like, somewhere between a Hilly Churl and a Fatui. Written in the stars.
Fate is upon you.
Fate is upon you.
Everyone hold hands.
What's going on with my timer? Why is there a timer? Oh, these guys are on a timer. They disappeared. They came out because I pressed that. Right. There was an Animo one as well, wasn't there?
Let's go. Time is against us.
I'm just going to go classic.
I'm here.
Like, this is my classic squad that gets everything done, so if this team can't do it, it can't be done.
Rain outlines your...
The Temple of Wisdom.
Incoming. With sword comes shadow.
That's the bit where they died. One's gone off on its own. Wait, I need them both over here. I'm going to need that other one over. Just come over here. Can't do them one at a time, can I? I want them both at once.
Witness the power.
Melt that one anyway. You're all melted. What are you doing up in the air, you chopper? Get down from there. 20 seconds to kill you now. Maybe with some food it'd be easier, but come on, we can do this.
Rain outlines
7.
Don't blink.
Come on, come on. Who's got a special for me? No, 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 no. Ooh, 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 we were close there. Easy with some food. Easy. Just straight up stir fry. Don't eat meat in real life, but just some straight up stir fry. Let's go.
Yeah.
Stop messing about. Wait, I'm on the wrong character.
Everyone hold hands.
Right, I'm going to try for this one first.
No, my sword.
Because I think the other one will come to me.
With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
Stick on the Animo one.
Rise. Sacred name.
Fortune Preserver.
Make yourselves at home.
Who's got a special for me? No one? There you go. Come on, come on, come on, pump. Let's pump it.
Body and mind.
Come on, get your special going. No special.
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Ring cutter.
Wheel of life.
Speed of light.
You're dead, mate. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Right on the button.
You give, you receive.
Going the wrong way again. So what's down here? There's a little teleporter down there. There's a chest. There's all sorts, isn't there? This is a proper... Oh, I love it so much. Like, there's nothing better in a game, is there, than having a great big new open area and you can just sort of, at your own leisure, go in there and grind up every little chest and every little cool thing. And like, knowing Genshin Impact as I do now, I know that it's going to be mechanism, chest, teleporter, mechanism, chest, little secret thing. There's at least 3 in I 1, 2, 3, 4 little things just so I can see. Good, isn't it, Genshin Impact? I'm going to go up on there anyway. See what's up on here first. Where's this bell? Is it going to be up at the top, do you think? And it's going to take me down the bottom? Or is it going to be up the bottom and I should have come to the... There's the bell. I'll go up to here and get the bell. Right after I've taken in the view... Oh, there's a Jamunculus. Or something else as well. I'm stood on Jamunculi. No map pins left. You see what I mean? Where am I going to get a map pin from? That one can go. That is Jamunculus.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Shut up. Get me at the top of this thing. Is this the top? Keeps going up forever. Oh, that's the end. Okay, yeah. Another Jamunculus. I bet it's just underneath the lip of this thing. Told you. A cheeky chest as well. How lovely.
That's everything. On to the
I mean,
next.
that's cool, isn't it? Whatever that is over there. There's definitely some half settlement building things on the way up to this grey shard, which I'm now calling grey because I found out about that drum thing and it was grey. So that's grey shard. There's mechanisms and all other stuff down there. And that's going... It's come down, or it's going up or something. It's putting the story together. Without any of the story mode. The Gate of Zolquarian. I have to make it up how it reads because I can't read it quick enough. It disappeared. It's the Gate of something. So I know if I come to this teleporter, for miles around me, all there is chests and lovely stuff to grind. So I'm happy with that. What I'm not happy with is these things. I keep seeing them, and I think I should be collecting them, but I don't know how to collect them. I didn't do the bell while I was up there, did I either? Fuck. At least I know it's up there. Gate of Zolquarian. It's gone again. Yeah, the story will do it, won't it? Yeah. The story will tell me. You mostly done with Sumeru Jungle. Finish Golden Slumber. Tomorrow head down into the desert. Am I done with this? I've still got a few bits and pieces, isn't it? We've still got a quest that we wanted to have a look at today to finish off. I wonder if I should head... I've had a good look at this. I might head now to there while I'm near it. Just make sure I tag it. Because I'm thinking about trying to wander my way all the way around here. Which is to my left currently. Let's have a look.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Looks like quite a way. And I can sort of see what's up there from here. So I will be going up there at some point. But yeah, from now, let's hit this. So I'm going that way. They do an extraordinarily good job on the game. This caught me off guard as well. I didn't realise we were going to be getting... Oh, I have to go for the Sealy. I have to go for the Sealy. I have to go for the Sealy. I didn't realise we were going to be getting such an expansive new area so soon. Again. I guess it just counts as like additional Sumeru, additional desert area. What's that? The Sealy's gone the other way. Where's the Sealy gone? There it is. I have to do the Sealy. I can't leave that. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying about the dragon spine shards and that, yeah. It's just a shame that I can't collect them automatically while I'm here. Like, I'm seeing them, because I might not go around that exact route again. I might miss one. That's my own fault for not doing the quest.
Excellent.
Excellent. I'm off over there to that red in the sky. That red. That's my destination. Where's the tingy's gone? I don't think there's one. Hydro Hilichel Rogue that was. Apparently. 2 primos. This looks withered. Looks like one of those gates that I play my music on.
Rain outlines your fate.
Sad music. Some hilly chills down here that are going to have to die. And they're just there, aren't they? I'm going up there really, but they're just there. They've got to die. Little group of hilly chills just having a dance. Around one of those things again. It's more of those things.
No, my sword. Incoming. Hey.
Oosh.
I see everything.
With sword comes shadow.
Ace a load of
That's
hilly
everything.
chills.
On to the next.
Another day, another hilly chill. This should just ting me up there, shouldn't it? I shouldn't have any problems getting up there. It's a little nice house. This should be nice and fun to be here. Little nice house. Lovely. What did I say? The world opens itself up before those with noble hearts. Ka-ching. Fair enough. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Cheeky. This is Tanigi Hollow. They like their holes in the ground, don't they? They like a nice hole in the ground. In Genshin, in fact. They like a nice hole in the ground. And then we've got an Inquisitus Baptist, which I haven't met yet. A creature of the abyss. I like to just run up on them and see what they're like, so I'm not really going to have a good look at what it says about it. But it's going to drop me... It's a 40... It's a standard 40 basher, and it's going to drop me Evergloom rings. And I imagine there'll be a character that requires Evergloom rings. But I don't have that character, so that's fine. All the different kinds of stuff, but strangely, no billet, or do they, no, billets are just for the proper bosses, aren't they? And then what? Instructor and Berserker, of course, yeah. I do kind of feel like now at this juncture we can start putting out different artifacts with some of these bosses. Because just, I think I've got enough gladiators and wanderers now, haven't I? So kind of tempted to run up this road and have a look at the boss. Just look at it. I don't have to kill it. I just like go and have a look at it. And then they're great general ones, yeah. But at this stage in the game, haven't you? Like when you get here, haven't you got like enough of them? Like, wouldn't it be nice to be just winning just anything different? Because the ones I'd like to have more of, I have to go and bang the domain. There's no other way to get them, is there? Like, not really. I'm not picking up any Crimson Witch. I did the domain for Crimson Witch the other day, offline, and I don't think I got anything particularly good. It's getting to the point where I'm just going to have to use whatever ones we've got. Of the more specific ones, I have to use what we've got. Of the Gladiators and the Wanderer's Troop, I've got a few good ones, and we've allocated them out generally, but we could have another good look. And I'm also interested in that box thing, where you put 3 of them into a box, and then it turns them into a new thing. I'm interested in that as well. We'll have to do an artifact. I keep saying we'll have to do an artifact stream. I think tomorrow wants to be quests, and today we're doing this, but artifacts must be done at some... Like, my inventory's getting too chock full. And now we've got quite a few really good characters who need specific artifacts to really shine. So we do need to do that. I'm just tempted to bag up a couple more of these teleporters while I'm here, and it looks like this road this way. At least you get, like, you know, I want that one for sure because it's so far out that way. And then I'll come back round and probably get this, or this, and this. And that will conclude my sort of exploration, and then I can do whatever the fuck I want because it's my life. Right, what? You're meowing again. I don't know what it is, cat. I really don't. But I've given you food because you like that. And you want me? Do you want to jump up? You want to come up on my lap? You can have that as well, but you didn't before. Nice to offer one when we arrived for the first time. Picked myself up a little achievement there as well. So where did I say I was going? So I was heading down this road to here. Across the hollow, but not down in the hollow. Don't get falling off into the hole. There's the hole. Avoid going off in the hole and stay to the left. That's my plan. Probably want to change up my characters as well because I've got the A-team on, and whilst they're great, you know, I've been around with the A-team a lot. Yeah. So let's have some more fun with some more different people. He should be entering our team soon. Just got to tidy up his weapon and his artifacts. But he should be entering the lineup soon. And I really want to start using Layla a bit more as well.
My mind is completely blank. I need to get out and unwind.
Time for some training?
It is as the stars foretold.
Come on, let's go. There's a fortune to be made.
I don't know how leveled and, you know, up to speed Layla is, but I think she's a cool character. I'm doing it. I'm running. I'm running. I'm not going for the stamina flowers unless they're in the way, because, like, what's the point of going off your course to get a stamina flower? Like, there's one in the way, but I'm not going to run over there until I've hit the bell, am I? I'm going to go to the bell first. And this is going to run me down the path that I wanted to go down anyway. There we go. Boom. Nice. And it looks like I need one of these green things to unlock this. Wait. Okay, I'm thinking I need a green thing that will make the grey go away. And there's one circling a chest over there. There's like a green thing. So my feeling is I get over there to get the green thing. And then it takes me here and it kills these wolves. Or unlocks the wolves. And they won't attack me now.
My guiding stars.
Fine. And then my feeling is that when I go over here to get this thing, I need a fire character to do this. There's loads of puzzles here. There's loads of stuff going on. I said I wasn't going down the hole. There's an homunculus in the hole. I need to do a fire on there. Look what it's doing. It's unlocked a fire. Okay. Right, little Sealy.
Yeah, let's go on a
Big adventure. Alright, little Sealy, come on. Up you come. Where's it going? Come on. Boom. Love it. Boom. And then that gives me 2 points. Therefore, the others should be this way somewhere. Down here somewhere, I'm thinking. What's going to happen with this is it's just going to keep going round and round. I can't interact with it, can I? So when it comes round, is it going to be on fire? Yeah, it's still on fire. Okay. So my others should be down here in like a square formation around that in some way. I feel like I'm going a bit too far. Or maybe they're along in a line. Yeah, there's one up here. Usually it's 4. So with those plotted out in that line like that, I'm going to either suggest there's one by those walls, but there's already a chest there, so maybe it's up this way. And now we're down here, and look, there's some stuff that I didn't collect earlier because it fell off, and I can pick it up now. But I didn't find the fire thing. I feel like I'm too far away now that it wouldn't be this far away. There's a bit of tree up there. So 1, 2, 3 in like a semicircle around it. Maybe there's a final point over here, or maybe there's a final point up there.
la la la.
Bit weird, isn't it? Where's my third one, you chuffer? Oh, what's happening now? Got a little cheeky Sealy going on. This is going to take me to the wolves for the fight, isn't it? Oh. Just appeared out of nowhere. Another day, another hilly chill. Destroyed.
Swift and merciful.
Swift and merciful.
From whence you came.
From whence you came. Swift and merciful sounds like it's like an advert for like a drink or something. New Diet Coke. Swift and merciful. Oh, I should have done elemental vision. You're right. I should pay more attention to what you're saying. Hang on. What the fuck?
Touch of frost.
Shadows of fate.
Froze it again. God, that caught me by surprise for a second then. I knew we were coming this way, but I didn't realise it was just going to suddenly be on me. At least it's one at a time. It's going to be much easier being one at a time.
By destiny.
One with my blade.
There we go, I knocked it over. We're gonna get this.
Shadows of fate.
Forth my blade. Submit for judgment.
2k on the old big hit there.
Let me scribe.
Do more.
Swift and merciful.
3k. And this should seal it, shouldn't it? It's quite a tough chuff for this. But on its own is not giving me as much opposition as 3 of them would. So I've really got it quite in hand.
From whence you came.
Written in the stars. Shadows of fate.
More sauce.
La la la.
Oh, a mini chest. Like a little chest. Common chest next to the big chest. Nice. One at a time. Okay, so I've got to get several other Sealies. Whoops. Got to get several other Sealies to complete that. So that means we didn't find... I still didn't find my 3rd fire stick for this little contraption over here, which is weird to me. Where's my 4th fire stick? Oh, that one makes sense. It's a little puzzle. There's one up there because it's just there. There's one there because it's just there. And it feels like the 4th one should be this direction, where the navigation is not complete. But I come over here, and I found a little Sealy that took me off. And like a bit of tree. And I'm not really seeing... I feel like I'm already going a bit far now. Maybe this.
Jumpy dumpty go.
I don't know what it's anything to do with this.
Boing boing boom.
Going up to get this Homunculus up there. And then I might fly back down and see if I can see anything. What? Unclimbable? You are shifting me about. Unclimbable. Isn't there a Tinger up there, though? Go on, there's a Tinger up there. I can ting up there, can't I? Just gotta get close enough. There you go. I didn't get it. Not tall enough. I didn't get it. What? So I need to line up to get it. Might go from... How am I not getting it? It's making me cross. And this is clearly what it wants from me, isn't it? How am I not getting that? I've got to fly all the way down from up there, maybe. Line myself up well. I did feel like that might be the case, but then I'm running out of, like, space here. I'm going to stand right on the edge.
Scry the sky.
I just don't have it, whatever it is that you need to get that. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Maybe I need more of a shallow... Like, maybe I'm too shallow. Maybe I need more of an angle. Maybe I need to be Outrider Amber.
At the ready.
That's probably what it is.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Ah! I see I can fly down this way though, and I can come back up like that, you mean? Oh, come on. Doesn't seem fair really, does it? Ah!
I won't let you down.
Sure. Good idea.
Conquering demons is what.
They'll watch me fuck this right up.
Worthless.
What did I say? I knew I would do that. Got excited and pressed the mouse. I'm climbing on this. All of a sudden you can climb on this. So I can climb on this then, and no. I've spent too much time on this for a streamer that, you know, runs a stream to be, like, entertaining. This has gone on too long, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark it. No map pins left. I think if next time I'm up there, I'll fly down and just get it. But I need to remove a map pin or two. Let's remove that one. Because I think... No, it seems strange that there should be one there. I'll remember that because it annoys me. And I'm still trying to go over there, and I've got completely distracted. I said don't go down anywhere near in the hole, and now I'm basically in the hole. Let's have the homunculus out the hole. What happened about the red thing, that we didn't do the red thing? And I'm getting that, even if it kills me. Or maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's going to suck me off into somewhere else. Oh, hello. Look, what's down there? What? Hang on, this is the... You know, in the sky, when you see that stuff in the sky and it's going down to the tree, I'm stood above that now, and this is like a reflection on the ground of like, I can see down on the tree. That's what this is. Genshin Impact's a pretty good game. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure it'll come into the story at some point. Meanwhile, I can't get a fucking... I can work that out, but I can't get this. One more of those. That took us over this way anyway, and we didn't find the thing. I feel like I should just be a fire character and just throw out loads of fire, and it might just accidentally hit it. It's got to be this way somewhere, hasn't it? Can't be that far. I can't, can it really? For that mechanism. Maybe it's under some of this stuff, this grey stuff. Maybe it's under this grey stuff specifically here. Otherwise, I'm going to abandon it for now. Always come back and get that. And then there's another CD over there that I can see, so I'm going to head over there and get that. I knew this would happen. I can't... CDs are a must get. floating around on its own, look. Go on. Where are we going with this? Is this another wolf? I think it might be another wolf. Oh, it stopped. Okay, if it's another wolf, I'm just going to quickly... Oh, I just made that then.
For justice.
Have that, you chuffer.
Fourth,
Have that.
Delved into destiny.
Quite like to get this special...
Time to act.
Get a special leveled up. Yes, thank you.
Witness the power. Shadows of fate.
A touch of frost. Spirit
Smash.
blade.
You
Attack.
should do a lot of damage.
Let me scry. Fate is upon you.
Not finishing as quick as I'd hoped.
Rain outlines your fate.
Fourth, my blade.
Shadows of fate. Let me scry.
We'll get it done though. The squad is... I'm not happy. I'm happy with Dory as a healer if I've got a combination. Like if I put an additional healer in, then Dory really works out for me. Like the combination. Hello, Inwood.
Yo-yo's here.
The combination of these two work really well, but I find that Dory individually kind of sometimes get killed.
I promise to keep you safe.
Got chuffing hair in my eyes now. We're in the desert. Just paffing around. Made up a word then, paffing. Just paffing around. I'm going to take this CD to its conclusion. And I can see another one up there on that chest over there as well. Oh, that's that chest I've been doing, is it? Or is it a different one? No, that's that chest I've been doing, yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know where this is going. Oh, it's a wolf. Okay. Wolfie! Careful.
Let me weave you.
You great. You're up. Ready, go.
A bit of that.
Too easy.
I want to fall off this little ledge, so I'm just going to try and be careful. But I think we win this fight. Quite straightforward. Okay, I'm off the ledge now. We're off the ledge now.
Don't be scared.
We shall prevail.
This is a nice sweet spot of doing a lot of damage whilst also having a lot of healing.
Stay put.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of the wild.
And that should end it, shouldn't it? That final one? Yeah. Well done. The Bloom Squad. So I really feel like I shouldn't leave this area without completing those two puzzles. I don't know where that last bit of fire stick is. And I don't know where... Or could it be concealed? Maybe it's concealed underneath this. Give one last look over here. And then we'll go back down the road where I said I'd go. Diving depends on HP. I suppose if you've got a lot to heal, she's not so good at doing it. Could be concealed in here, could it? No. That's a shame. It's a bit of stick though there.
You great. You're up.
can't get my head around that. It feels like they're in a line. So it feels like the final one should be in a line with it. But then every other time I've done it, they've been in sort of like a square arrangement, you know, like around it. And it's kind of indicative, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, isn't it? But then the third one is over there. That's kind of over there. The second one is there. That's kind of there. The first one's there. That's kind of there. So the third one, or the fourth one, sorry, is there. That's kind of there. But where is it? It's not here. It's so weird. And then there's this big hole in the ground. Maybe it's because I haven't fixed that. You know, maybe I fixed the hole in the ground and it appears. Or maybe it's underneath this. And I need something green to melt this or something.
Stay put.
But I can't. And then there's the only other feature is this tree thing. Which, no.
Do your worst.
No, just a bit of wood. So I'm out of ideas on that. Where is it? Or is it this thing I'm stood on? But I learned that you could kill these with the green stuff. But I don't have any green stuff to kill them with around here. Unless maybe story quest, come back after story quest. Might come to me later. I'm happy to just sort of push on at this juncture anyway. Get back on the road. Find that teleporter and then come back around. We're going to go and have a look at the boss, then we're going to come back around to find the last bit of domain. And I know that I can come all the way around here, and I should come all the way around here and grind it all for chests and stuff in the future. Oh, it's lovely the way there are so many. Because not only does that look like a lot of fun, but it also it's primos as well, isn't it? Alright, let's hit that one next. I'm assuming it's underneath here. Might be wrong, it might be high up, mightn't it? Maybe it's higher. Maybe I'm going to the wrong thing. This is the Gate of Zolquarian. It's higher up. I'm not supposed to be going in here. Pick up some Trishite. Oh no, I'm going down a hole I'm not supposed to be. And I haven't got a teleporter to take me back. So I better not go down the hole. But I just want to have a little peek. Is that the boss room? Feels like that's going to be the boss room, doesn't it? Let's go and get the teleporter first. You're nutter. I need to be high up. Ooh, that's metal. Ruin guards. Have there been some ruin guards around here? Big ones, big chuffers. Maybe near the bushes next to the torch. Oh, I didn't see that. Maybe I should go back and have a look. I got, like, my head got phased out by it. I can see there's a Celia up there as well, and I usually would go directly to it. But I'm on a mission now. Oh, what? Got jumped by some hilly churls. What's happening? And where's my damn teleporter? What? I'm climbing. The hell, right, I'm going up for the teleporter. Forget you, hilly churls. No. Ah, have that, hilly churls. I tricked you.
Don't be scared.
I'm thought you were getting away with it, and now you're not. Didn't give me anything, though. Cheeky hilly churl. God, I just want to climb up these rocks. Hey, there we go. I'll get these. These chests are so close to this that I, might as well grab them. Dang, Genshin Impact.
Hear my prayer. Yield.
Stop it messing.
You, Blake! What's this? Here's the good!
Rain cutter. No, my sword.
Stay put! Ready, go!
Thank you.
Here you go.
Mine.
I packed it all into a bag for you.
I left it in the desert. Honestly, I left it there for later. I am going for the seed. Mushrooms, chest, Sealy. This is one of those where you can do this all night and it can get to 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and you just, another chest, just 5 more minutes, just another chest. New area time.
Do your worst. Grant us your blessing.
Your Morris? Shazam! Let's sweeten the deal!
Yield.
Don't be scared!
Witness the power of Gugwa.
The landforms are kind of weird here. Like the slopes and all the sand, it's making me a bit confused about where I am. Like on which surface I'm on.
Body and mind. Treasure hunting.
Okay, seed time.
Valiant endeavor.
No doubt I'll have to go back to all these places during the quests anyway, so anything that... And now that we've got all the teleporters, I can go anywhere I want, haven't I? So I don't have to get all the big chests all at once. Where are we going now?
Rain outlines your fate.
Oh, stay put!
Body and mind.
Nearly fell off then. Sealy? Just here then, yeah? Oh, and there's another cheeky chest. At this rate, we'll be able to visit that tree and upgrade it again.
Split it. 50-50.
What's going on here? Oh, they're all going to fly away and I've got to go and get them. Oh, you chuffers. Stop messing about then. Stop going anywhere. Come back. I got that one. Right, where's the other gone? There's one on a cactus. That one's easy. There's one on a tree. I can do that. They can't stop me. Ow. That really hurt my hands. I should have done it in the other order. I have to switch characters because she's got hurty hands now. She's going to have to do something about that. She's out of order for a bit. Trying to climb the tree. Like a little clever clique. Oh, come on. There's only 20 seconds. Get your head on. Got it. There's a tinger up there, I realised. There's a at the end. And take them back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
What
That's a different kind of chest.
Anything catch your eye?
It's fair enough. Different kind of chest. And now my guess is I have to fly up there to get that. Like this. Come on, please, please, please. No. Oh man, like the other one. Come on, climb up there to get that. Yes. Nice. And then we wanted to check the boss. And the boss, no surprise, is not up here. It's down underneath where we said it was going to be. But I wanted to get that done first so that we can easily teleport here anytime we want. As in there. And then we go underneath to see the boss. This should be the way it works, isn't it? Since I can't remember anything. Where is it? Where's the boss? Right, now there's that chocolate. Right, I'm not doing this now. There's a lot of chests everywhere, I bear that in mind. Usually I'd get each and every one, but now what I want to do is I want to come down here and here. Most important to me is to get the teleporters up. And I want to see the environment and what have you. So it's clear that this road through to this is where the main quest is going to go. It's going to take me here, 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 through here, like that obviously is. So I'm going to come down here, down this southerly bit and check the edge of the map. And then come in this way. That's my plan. South. Let's go. Little chuffers. I don't want to kill you, I just want to take your little thing that you're guarding, alright? Thanks. I can hear they got Eggy then. I'm still going to run. Which way was it? Yeah, this way now. I mean, I might be wrong, there might be nothing down here, but... There's a chest over there, you see. I knew there would be. Stuff up and out here. Oh, nice. I'm going to take this. Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? Wakey, wakey. Sleepy, sleepy. Wakey, wakey.
Let me weave you a verse.
Don't be scared. Here's the goods.
There's one down. The more difficult one is down. So this should be quite straightforward now.
Go away. You, Gray, you're up.
Yield. Rain cutter. Grant us your blood.
Stay put. Let's sweeten the deal.
Flee. Yield. Rain outlines your...
Thank you. It's a little chest now, thanks.
Pack everything up nice and carefully. Don't drop anything.
And there's an homunculus here. Where's my homunculus? Is it inside this thing somehow? Nice. On the way. Might as well go over here and see what's going on. What is that? It's like a turtle. Oh, look at you, you turtle. I'm not going to hurt you, you big tortoise. I'm not going to hurt you. Look at it. I'm not going to hurt it. Look at it. The big tortoise. Look at the big tortoise. Oh, hello, Bob. Do you think I'll ever change to Super Chuffer on Twitch? You can't. I can change some things to Super Chuffer, but it will always say twitch.com/GanjiKid unless I start a new channel. Ganji, they won't let, unless you're like serious business, they don't let you change that stuff, so It's not so bad a shame, actually. Do you know what? It's not so bad a shame. I feel like I do tweet out that we're doing this, yeah? But I feel like what we do on this channel is a bit more, like, I've talked about this recently a load of times, so I'm not going to go over and over it, but I did a lot of different, when I started streaming, I spent a year doing lots of different stuff. Not really dramatically different, but, you know, variety of stuff, and seeing what was interesting and what took off and what have you. I don't think that if I really tried hard, I could probably make this into a viable going concern. In terms of sustainability, in terms of financial sustainability. But it's a real uphill battle on Twitch. And I just love playing games for fun. So those that want to join us here, they know it's happening. It can happen. It's not going to be like a big growth thing. Doesn't have to be part of my brand identity or any of this. It's just like I'm playing games and having fun and it's chill.
Why do so many people
Whereas
make
on the
such
YouTube
a big
side of
deal
things,
out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there?
on the YouTube side of things, who's attacking me now? No one. On the YouTube side of things, like I can actually make that into a going concern. Going concern is a funny word. Do you know what I mean? It's like make it sustainable. It's taking off. It's growing. So
if I can provide everyone with a life such as
they all do talking when I'm talking. Like the Super Chuffer channel, the YouTube channel thing. That's going. This is just extra for fun. I really appreciate it if people do subscribe here, because the same for the Super Chuffer, the same thing. It's all going into the same kitty, you know. But yeah, I think it's okay. I don't mind that I can't change the name. It would be better to not be called Ganji Kid, maybe. Although that was my gamer tag. That was my first choice of name originally. It's a bit like being in a band or something, you know. We used to be called Ganji Kid, but if I really wanted to, I could just start a new channel on Twitch under the name Super Chuffer, and then, you know, if I was that desperate to incorporate it into the brand. So that's the word, the terminology, like the marketing terminology. But it's okay. It just has a different name.
Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we?
And it's very different, isn't it, what I'm doing here to what I do on YouTube, really, when you think about it. It's both streaming, but this is a totally different vibe and frame of mind, so I guess it's okay, it's got its own name. Ganji Man. Well, that's the problem, right? Is that, check this out, right? When I first called myself Ganji Kid, I was playing Zelda, and back in the day when you would save your games, you only get 3 letters, and I used to think I'm Zelda, I'm Link, but I didn't want to be called Link, so I'm like Ganji Kid,
Body and mind.
little green tunic Kokiri Ganji Kid, and then the next game I saved my name on, I think even back in Ocarina of Time, I think it was just like GAN was all I could fit. But then in, I think Skyrim, I played as Ganji, Son of the Red Eye. Like that was the full title of my character. Or it might have been Geigi. G-E-G-I. Like, you know, and every time I did a new character save on a new game, it'd just be a variation of that somewhere along the line. You know, like Ganji Warrior, or, you know, Ganji Puko Charmer, or whatever. You know, Ganji Kid. Something. I started way back with it. So that's why my Twitch handle is that. But it has no bearing on any of my content creation, really. It's not like a good choice, because it sounds like it's to do with weed. And originally it was. But actually it's the Korean word for cool, Ganji. So another part of me thought, and I did think this is an honest thought I had, was maybe Korea is going to be like a big growth industry in streaming, and then I could be called Ganji Kid, and they'd be like, oh, it makes sense in Korea. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm big in Korea. There's all these chests and all these super chills and all shit going on down here. I'll take this Sealy. There's a super chill down there though, doing some business. I'll take the CD. Yeah, I'll fly down, then I'll take the CD back up. I have not seen the latest trailer. We should watch those trailers, that's a good point. But I felt a bit sick to my stomach that I'd lost my Nintendo Switch. So I'm starting to come to terms with it now. But the day that I lost it and felt that I'd lost it, I couldn't watch. Like, there's another game I want to play on Nintendo Switch before that as well. But I can't even talk about it because it makes me feel sick that I might have lost it. So if I find it, then even better. But if not, maybe by next week I think I'm feeling better about that. But yeah, I want to react to all of those trailers, and I can't wait to play it. I can't wait. We're only about 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away now, aren't we? I'm going to have to buy a new Nintendo Switch. I don't mind. I mean, in a way, that's good. I get a new Nintendo Switch. I would still like to have the old one. Ooh. Gangnam Style. Thanks.
Treasure hunting.
I know there's loads of
A
stuff to find
valiant
here, but
endeavor.
what I'm actually doing, what I'm actually supposed to be doing, is going here. So I know there's loads of good stuff here, so we'll come back. You know, I'm obligated, but I'm trying to find my way out of this little desert. So let's just fly on. What's in our path we can grab, but what's not, we'll come back for. So I guess we're grabbing this. Having another little Fatui meeting out in the desert, are you? You get everywhere, you Fatui.
Flee! We shall prevail!
Don't be scared! Go get it, you Clay!
Don't be a killjoy!
They're in the tent now, they can't get out. This is brilliant. They can't, the gun chopper can't get out.
Do your work!
Can't run away.
Let me weave you a verse.
This is the best.
You Clay! You're
They're
up!
dead real quick now. They couldn't escape, run away. This chopper could.
Rain outlines your
That
fate.
chopper wishes they could.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
You're not a long lost ancient literature, chopper.
Time to act.
Yeah, okay, carry on in the direction that I'm going.
Body and mind.
Your legs. And it looks like it's up on there, so I need to go up on there somehow. It's chuffing landscape. Oh no, it's down. It's down, okay. You want to say hold on? Yeah, I want to say hold on until buying one until I find it. Yeah, but if it gets to a week before the release, I have to buy it because I wanted to play it on stream, so I have to buy it. But yeah, I'll tear the place apart looking for it before then. And yours broke. Nintendo refused to fix it. Ended up getting an OLED, and you really like it. That's the thing, though. I do think that the OLED. I'm looking forward to upgrading, but what Cruel says as well makes a good point that they might release a newer upgrade to the OLED. I'm now a little bit too, like, if I'd upgraded to OLED maybe like 6 months, a year ago, it would have been a really good choice, but at the moment I'm a little bit far away from OLED and a little bit closer to the next one. Am I? I don't know. I'm just going to bite the bullet though. I'm just like, if I haven't found it in 2 weeks, I'm just buying a new Nintendo
Why do so
Switch.
many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there?
Because the old one does have a crack on the screen. It's on the screen protector, but it's on it. The old one has been played to almost death. Like, you know, I've had my use out of it. Can definitely say that. And I do like the concept of the OLED. Like, some of the things that, even though it's not got extensively more kick and punch power-wise, it's definitely an upgrade. Like, it definitely is. So, I'm happy with it. I'm just not a millionaire, am I? So, like, I wasn't planning on buying a new Nintendo Switch, but, like, that can be factored in. Also, what's good about it is it's not like £1 million, so I can get one. Like, you know, it's not out of this world. And I've got all the other bits and pieces already, so it's just a Switch that I need to buy. So there is that. Oh, and I need to buy Zelda as well. What's going on down there? Crocodiles and stuff. This is multi-layered, isn't it? It's like a honeycomb. Look at it. Well, I don't fall. Oh. Okay, this is unknown. We'll head towards it, navigate that. The Molten Iron Fortress, let's go. Let's see if we can have a look at that. Just go in the direction of where it is. And then whatever it is, we'll see and potentially do. I don't know. The other one was just stuck in a bit of rock, so I feel like I should be able to find this one. Although it might be one of these. Oh, no, it's not a puzzle boss, look, it's just stuck in a bit of rock. What? Who's attacking me? Ooh! Nearly hit me then, you chuffer.
No, my sword.
Shouldn't have done that, should you, chuffer?
Hey, go away!
Now you're going to regret it, aren't you, you chuffer? Me and my army of rabbits are going to smash your head in.
Yield.
There you go. Definitely shouldn't have done that. Let's discover this anyway. Molten Iron Fortress. I hope this is more than just a one and done as well. This is more than just a one and done. This is Nymph's Dream Hydro Damage Bonus. A new Hydro set. Simply a Hydro Damage bonus though. Not a Hydro Cryo or a Hydro, just a Hydro. And it's the wrong colour. Why do they do this to me? It's Anemo. Even phones are getting behind the Switch, and Bob says, yeah, you can remember that people saying the Switch was underpowered back then. I kind of agree. Part of me agrees. I understand that as a concept. But the thing with the Switch that's so amazing to me is that, like, we had a Super Nintendo and a Game Boy, and the Game Boy was brilliant. You could play your games out. I had the Game Boy. I loved the Game Boy. I also had the Super Nintendo. I was lucky. Like, didn't get them at the same time on the same day, but it was a different world, the Game Boy. It just wasn't up to speed, was it? And the thing about the Nintendo Switch, I know it's probably about the power of a PlayStation or a PlayStation 2, maybe a PlayStation 2. Probably about right, thinking about it, in my mind. Or maybe a bit better, maybe a PlayStation 3, I don't know, but it's handheld portable. And it's got all the up-to-date modern games. It hasn't got everything, can't do everything, it can't have all of the but I was surprised when, like, for example, Skyrim was ported over. Not surprised because that's Xbox. Okay, so it's like an Xbox, but like, whatever it is, PS3 at maximum. But also you get the modern games. Like, they're making Breath of the Wild for it, and so it's also somewhere between there, isn't it? It's like a PS3, but it's also a handheld, and it can do some of the modern games. And you can do, like, you make a list of the things that I was playing, other than like Hearthstone. Got to let the dog out the back. I'm back. Oosh. There was a lot of games that I wanted to play on the Nintendo system, like, because it was on the Nintendo, and a lot of the games that I didn't know I was going to want to play, but I wanted to play it on, like, Dark Souls is a really good example. I got the Dark Souls remastered. Didn't play it first time round. It came out on the Switch. My sister bought it for me, and, like, it was fucking awesome. And to have it handheld as well, like, wow. So, and then the exclusive games, yeah, Mario Kart, the Zelda. It's a Zelda machine. It's a Zelda machine, and it comes with some other stuff. That's the way I look at it. So I would pay for that still. And the other stuff it comes with is all really good. Like, when you think about it, gaming occupies slightly different spaces. It always has. You've got, like, high-end PC, VR. There's slightly different spaces within the field. And what the Switch does is it occupies its space, like, fully solidly. It's a fun machine, and some things are a bit outside its power space, maybe, but like something like Fall Guys. I'm imagining something like Fall Guys is a good example. Like, for a fun machine, like, everyone can get Fall Guys on all of their setups, but if you've got it on the Switch, you can play it. Well, you can't play it in the car because you're not on the internet. But you know what I mean? You can play it outside in your garden, or like somewhere. Like, it just has, like, this other level to it that no other console can come close to, because it's a portable. So I give it a bit of leeway in terms of power, because I love the portability aspect of it. And I don't always play it in portable, and a lot of the time I played it wasn't portable. Like, a lot of Dark Souls was on the big telly, but the ability to just, oh, do you want to watch this? Okay, I'll just pick that up. Or, oh, we off to so-and-so. Oh, I'll just take my Switch and play it in the car. Like, amazing. Rocket League, if it is on the Switch, like you're saying, it must be. Then yeah, that's doesn't matter what console it's on, does it? As long as you're playing Rocket League. Well, for me, the Switch. I think the Switch could also do Fortnite as well. I think that was an avenue into Fortnite for me as well. That why not if it's for free and it's on there? I think it was, as far as I can remember, it's on there. So, yeah, like you can't take your massive PC on holiday with you. Like, there are just some things that the Switch just absolutely dominates in its field, and so it doesn't. You come to the other point is you come to a certain level of graphics, of gameplay, where it doesn't need any more power. Okay, it can't like ray trace a perfect human face in. We can't have like massive VR worlds on the Switch or something. But I don't need that on there. Like it's a video game machine. Like Mario Kart doesn't need to get any more graphically or do you know what I mean? Like yeah, that was the Switch I had as well, the second model, right before the OLED, I suppose. Or no, it might not have been. Genshin would kill a Switch, literally. Maybe it would. The other thing that they've done though recently is they've done online. There was a game called Control. It's not that recent now. It's about a year old, I suppose. Control is an online space game, so the Switch can't run it, but it can access it online. So like, there's like a balance there somewhere, and maybe Genshin could be like that because we are online accessing Genshin a lot more, aren't we? So, like the thing is, you've got to remember, if the Switch can handle Breath of the Wild, and the new Breath of the Wild is expected to be better and bigger and all that, maybe it could handle Genshin. When we travel between places in Genshin, sometimes it loads when we travel on teleporters. There is a little bit of loading involved sometimes. I know it feels like one big, expansive, cohesive open world, but, there's a possibility. The Joy-Cons are a problem. Mine drifted. That was an issue. Capital K. Capital K with the joysticks comments. Big ups, Capital K. The nymph stream. Hydro, I'm annoyed by it because it's not the right colour for Hydro. Right, so that's annoying for me. Yeah, I've got a normal controller, Bob. Yeah, I've got a normal controller. Like, this thing, I don't... Like, obviously it's cool, but I don't want it because it needs to be blue. If it's my Hydro stuff, not green. My Hydro stuff is blue. Why am I under the water? Good question. Good question. We're in the desert, aren't we, really? But I started the show like this, and I will bring it out every time you want to hear it.
Hello? I'm under the water. Can you please save me? Hello? I'm under the water. Can you please save me? Hello? I'm under the water. Can you please save me?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if the other Hydro sets are blue. I don't know if they are, but they should be. Or they should at least go with characters that, like, as a colour scheme, that looks like it would go with, probably, that belongs on Zhao. That does. That belongs on Zhao. That belongs on Zhao. So, doesn't belong on my wet characters, but it's going to end up going on them, isn't it? That's the problem. I'm not happy with that as a concept. I want it to go with... Why does that one bit of hair not want to sit with the rest of my hair? What's going on with that? My hair's... like, I don't want one bit of hair like that. Right, the hat's going on. I bet that's been like that the whole time. Now the dog will want to come back in. I think we're coming towards the end of the episode today, actually. I've still got to complete my task of getting down to that area, running some resin in the domains. The dog's really going nuts in the back garden, I can hear. Do you know what I actually found happening the other day, actually? Is some people way off in the other garden having some party or doing some shouting in their garden, and he was getting eggy about it. I don't know. All right, this one, Vurukasha's Glow. 2-piece set. more HP. Right, that goes in the bin. No one wants that. 4-piece set. Elemental skill and elemental burst will be increased by 10%. Ooh. After the equipping character takes damage, the damage bonus is increased by 80% for 5 seconds. So that's quite good. That's Deo. Apparently it's Deo. It's the wrong fucking colour again. It looks like a maple leaf on some little green. It's the wrong colour. Hang on, the dog's going nuts. Yeah, they're going nuts. Yeah, they're going nuts, right? And it's not the neighbours or anything. He's going nuts. I assume there's a frog somewhere. He was going... to me, it seemed like he was going nuts at a watering can. Well, didn't it, Marlo? It looked like you were going for the watering can. You're going to have to go out around the blocky soon, aren't you? That's what's going to have to happen. I did take him out before we started, but I think he needs to go his last little go. I think there might have been a frog. So this could be good. You say it's deer, so... What's in here? A border city that used to provide shelter for desert folk is displaced in an epidemic. A new group of vagrants has taken up residence. During this challenge, triggering dendro-related reactions. This is fine, isn't it? Or we could go with my more classic... No, this is fine. Bob, as a hairdresser, how do I rate Darkside Phil's hair? I'll tell you what. Little top secret. Steve of the Dead is preparing a proper video on Darkside Phil's hair. And when I say proper, I mean he's been working on it. You know how he goes, 6 hours. It's hopefully not going to be 6 hours, but he's been working on it now for a while. And we did... This is a secret now. I don't know if you'd want me to tell you this, but we did a little secret... we streamed not on stream, if that makes sense. We did a secret stream, so we talked about his hair, just me and Steve, and then he recorded it and he's going to use it in the video. So as a hairdresser, my lips are sealed until Steve releases his video, and then it's going to come out on the internet what I think of his hair and what Steve thinks of his hair and what Steve thinks psychologically of him and his hair, and there's going to be like a complete video. We'll fight this because we want to see what's in here. What? These are easy. Theoretically. Need to have more dendro going off, don't I? That's the problem here. I don't know if I've ever killed Mitchell slower. You know, I don't know if I've ever taken longer to kill a Mitchell. Ooh, and then it's these chuffers. Interesting. So we go for we go and stand by this chuffer, don't we? This is the chuffer we stand by.
Let me
weave you a verse. Rain.
The dog's popping again.
Here's the good.
Do you know my dog doesn't like to go to the toilet in the garden? He's a little idiot sometimes.
Don't be scared.
I mean, I don't like to go to the toilet in the garden, but he's a dog.
No, my sword. Flee.
Why aren't they going down? I'm going in the bag for some attack food because these chuffers are taking their time to get killed. Marlo! Why are you kicking off, Marlo? You're usually quite a good boy when I'm streaming. Maybe it's that froggy. Is it that froggy, Marlo?
Witness the power of Guhua. Rain outlines your...
It's getting quite eggy. Maybe the cat's got a bird or something. Although it's the middle of the night, so the cat hasn't got a bird.
Don't be scared.
Yield.
Okay. Managed to get that done. It did take a little while. It's nice to see the new enemies in there. Even though there was 2 Mitichels to start with. We picked up the ones we didn't want. We wanted the other one. It always does this to you, doesn't it? But yeah, HP over elemental defense and attack, just a mixed bag. Defense over elemental HP energy, just a bad bag. So that's a very useless run. Marlo, people watch these sleepy times. Molten Iron Fortress. I found it. I'm here. So there's only one left to hit. What I need to do before I can do my spending my resin offline, can't I? It's just grinding domains. So we're back tomorrow to do quests then, I guess. It's looking like I need to walk the dog. So I think tomorrow we do that time sensitive thing, which, you know, the event quest. I do my grinding my resin offline. Was there anything else I promised that we should have been doing that I feel like it's going quite well and there's like a few of you here today, so maybe I should just, like, you know, carry on streaming. But the dog does need, like, you can hear him kicking off. You can hear him kicking off, and we've done 3.5 hours now, so I think this is just about right, actually, to be fair. Rather than grind it out, make it take too long, end up at midnight walking the dog, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be good. Thanks for being here, everyone. It's a little bit busier tonight on Genshin Impact stream than it normally is, a little bit, just a little bit, which is kind of cool. And we've had quite a lot of fun uncovering the realm of Farakurt and Gavriela Jaravad. I can't even pronounce them. But yeah, Genshin Impact keeps providing. Tomorrow, my streaming plan is play Genshin Impact in the afternoon/evening, and we want to do the main questy bits that are associated with this new stuff. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy if you're happy. Are you happy? How are you feeling? Do you want to hear that chuffer doing the thing again? It has. It's been fun, hasn't it? You just got here and I'm abandoning it. Well, I've been on it for 3.5 hours. And you don't need a walk like the dog does. You've heard him chuffing. Let's play this again.
Hello, I'm under the water. Can you please save me?
Played that again. And then I was looking at Genshin Impact cosplay, wasn't I? I wasn't happy with that earlier. So I started out not being the happiest. I didn't even see Paimon. How can this be Paimon? What are they doing on TikTok? Like, Paimon doesn't wear black stockings and have a black thing around her neck. You've done a really good job on the costume, but then Paimon, you've just messed it up at the end. So we did a bit looking at that. When am I doing a cosplay? I think theoretically, I think technically. Did you hear that, Marlo? Check this out. He doesn't like this. Buh. 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 Yeah, no. He doesn't like that. I think you'll find my channel. I think if you look on the channel live, you can on these lives, right? Not only did I make chocolate great again there, I did a cosplay there. I dressed as that monk. Or that man that thinks he's a monk. That strange man from our episode A Dangerous Nutter. And there I am again in the if you look, you find A Dangerous Nutter, I'm in the thumbnail there in cosplay. But yeah, the chocolate, make chocolate great again, that one, I'm in cosplay in that. And then yesterday on, and this is where we started today, was on the other channel. I had a bit of a big stream yesterday with this chuffer. A load of shite. And I ended up in cosplay then again. Look. There I am. I'm in cosplay. I mean, it's not the same as, like, you might expect from a normal streamer, but it counts. It counts. 10 out of 10. So, cosplay, wig too shiny, 7 out of 10. Wig too shiny, 7 out of 10. Alright, be good, my little Puckos, because if I don't go and walk the dog now, he's going to he's going to pop a... I don't know what's going to happen. He's getting eggy, though. So we need to go and walk him. If he gets eggy, I get eggy. And before we know it, everyone's eggy. I don't want anyone to be eggy. So you be good, my little Puckos. Thanks for all being here today. We've got more tomorrow. More. I do feel like, actually, Capital K, I feel like if it wasn't the dog barking and like it being getting late at night, I would quite happily stream on more now. But I think that's where I start to push it and start to feel a bit overtired and a bit eggy. So I think we're all good here. I think we've done a good thing. And there's a lot of me on the internet. There's a lot of new me as well. There's a lot. Don't watch that. Don't watch them.
Happy New Year!
Don't watch that. Watch this chuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So enjoy yourself. I'll see you tomorrow if you're about for tomorrow's Sunday chill Genshin Impact stream. And then on Monday, we're doing serial killers. We're doing a tier list of serial killers. That's going to be banging as well. So be good, my little Puckos. And remember, if you can't be good, you're naughty. And he's naughty. Oh, this chuffer's naughty.